Coming to get you, Barbara.
And there's no more room in hell.
Up, everybody? Happy Saturday night to you all. We are live. I'm joined tonight by our good buddy Matt. We're at Drone of the Dead, and we're going to be checking out because people always, when you're on, anytime you're on, Matt, there's always somebody in the comments going, "Wow, Matt's room looks fucking cool. What do you got back there?" So tonight we're gonna dig in. We're gonna find out.
Yeah, we're gonna go on a field trip in a little while and take everybody back there.
To explore Matt's man cave tonight. But how's everybody doing out there? I told Matt before we came on live, I'm starting to come down with a bit of a chest cold. So if I sound a little shitty tonight, that's why. I apologize. And I'll try to hit the mute button anytime that I go into a coughing fit if I have to. But if I don't, please forgive me. But yeah, it's been a fun weekend already. Last night I did a stream with the Revival House guys. We did Inside in the Rue Morgue, going back and going through old issues of Rue Morgue magazine. We did the 10th anniversary edition of the magazine from 2007 last night, and it was like all about the Thing and John Carpenter interviews and stuff like that. It was really, really a lot of fun. And I think we're going to be doing that like every other Friday from here on out. So go over there, check those guys out, Revival House Podcast. Give them a sub and come over and hang out with us on Friday nights as well. But what have you been up to, Matt? I know you've been purchasing and buying and getting stuff left and right. It seems like
I have. I've been doing pretty good, man. I've got some new things to show off tonight, so I'm pretty excited about that. A couple of things I picked up from Larry. Hopefully he'll jump in the chat tonight. I'd like to thank him and show off some of the stuff that he's given me. So, but yeah, man, other than that, dude, like I went to the doctor today. My back's been killing me. I thought it was going to wind up being something a lot worse than it was, but luckily I've got poor footwear. That's it. And I'm getting old. So
yeah, it's a bad combination, getting old and, because I mean, technically human beings are not supposed to live longer than 40 years. Like our bodies are not built to last that long, but with modern science and modern medicine and stuff, they elongate us as long as possible. We're like cars, it's like once you get past the 100,000 mile mark, it's like, okay, all right, everything's going to start, deteriorating, starting to fall apart. Now we're going to start replacing some parts at some point. So
dude, when I rolled into my 40s, I was in the best shape of my life. Like I've working out every day. I still work out every day, but like I'm telling you, when I hit 40, I was really proud of myself because I'm like, oh man, I've got nothing wrong with me. Everything's good, clean bill of health. Like I feel great. Everything's fucking great. As soon as I passed that threshold of 40, it's like everything started fucking happening, dude. It's just been one thing after another, and God Almighty.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I stepped out of the back of my just stepped out. Didn't jump, wasn't any kind of weird twist or anything, but I just stepped down from the back of my work van the other day and I felt that little bit of a thing in my lower back. It was just like it wasn't anything major, and it kind of bothered me a little bit throughout the rest of the day. But it was like my body just kind of whispering to me, like, you don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm warning you. I'm warning you, don't do that.
That's tying my shoe. I bent over to tie my fucking shoe and my back gave out. And then 2 weeks later, I'm putting on a sock and my fucking back went out. I mean, it's like one thing after another. It's just ridiculous. So,
well, hopefully you can get that squared away because you're still a young, vibrant man, and you're in good health. Like I see people like that look older than I do that are younger than me, and I'm just like, man, like you're gonna have it rough here in a few years. But I don't know. Seems to catch up with some people, but some people I don't know. Let's see, we got which anybody in the chat want to give me some feedback? It sounds like when Matt's talking on your mic, it sounds like there's like it's a fluttering or something going on there. Am I just hearing that, or is anybody else in the chat hearing that? Let me know. I'll see if we can get that squared away, but let's check out the chat, see what's going on. I saw Jeff popping in here early. What's going on, man? Down is up. So what's up, Michael and Matt? Looking forward to this. Have either of you ordered the Night of the Living Dead figures?
I have
Matt,
not. Is
I
this
have.
the Nanoforce stuff? Or no, the Zolo World, right?
Zolo World, yeah, the ones that pre-order went up like 2 years
2 years
ago.
ago? Yeah, nope. Nope, I did not.
I didn't either.
Um,
They're pretty cool, but yeah, with the long wait, which I know our buddy Will did, so he'll be getting those. And I think he said I think I saw him say earlier they were coming in later this week. I think hoping that he's going to get them. So when he gets them in, maybe I'll try to have him on here to show those off. But you did get the Day of the Dead figures. I haven't picked those up yet, so we're going to take a look at those a little later on too. And you actually got two Captain Rhodes figures.
I did.
One
I
to
did,
open
yeah.
and one to keep packaged.
That's right. I got to play with one of them, man.
and of all the ones, we had to make sure that we weren't all going crazy and we weren't, it wasn't the Mandela effect going on or something like that. It actually does. Captain Rhodes does actually pull apart. So we'll see that a little later on. We got Michelle in the house, greeting from the land of maple syrup. What's going on, Michelle? Is it Kona opening? Hi, Michelle. Your weekend's going well. We got Synth in the house. Poor Ted dancing. Yeah, poor Ted dancing. I think it turned out okay for him after Creep Show. So after Creep Show, he got that sweet Cheers money. So I think I think he's doing okay. Let's see here. All right. Well, Satan's saying sound is okay. On our end, just want to make sure everything's all right. I was having sound issue, like microphone issues last night too, so it may be something on my end. So let me see here. All right, say something, Matt.
Yes.
Holy shit! Now you're a robot. Hold on.
Uh-oh. I almost got kicked
All right, say
off
something.
there. Hello. Good?
All right. Yeah, you're much better. There we go. I think I got it.
Okay. All right.
You had to transform into a robot first before we could get it figured out. We got William Blasco in the house. What's going on, William? Good to see you. There's Aaron from Revival House Podcast last night. What's going on, man? Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Got Rick, the North Going Llama. I can't put all my being into it tonight because, like I said, I'm kind of hanging on for dear life over here. But what's going on, Rick? Good to see you. We got John's in the house. John Wakefield. I own all the original Living Dead trilogy on VHS. I do too, actually. Yeah, the trilogy. I have all of them on VHS.
Oh, yeah. I think I have 15 or 16 copies of Night by itself.
And that's not even like half of them. There's so many versions of Night of the Living Dead out there, especially on VHS. You could spend the rest of your life tracking all those down.
Well, I knew that there were a million copies out there, but I got super interested after reading that the Night of the Living Tapes book. It's Jeff Turner, and going through all that stuff, man. I'm like, oh my god, I didn't think I knew how. I don't know half of what I thought I knew about this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the book was cool too because it actually came with it's like a checklist that you can kind of mark off as you buy them, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't want to write in it. I thought about doing that.
No,
I don't want to like write in the book.
Yeah, you gotta think of like a removable sticker or something you can put on there. Maybe I don't know, but let's see. Michelle at Caved ended up picking up the day figures. YOLO got the best of Michelle, or not YOLO, but what do they call it? FOMO. Fear of missing out.
FOMO. Yeah. FOMO.
YOLO. I get all these. I'm old. I get them all mixed up sometimes.
They're all fucked up.
Hell yes, Satan is in the house. What's going on, Satan?
All right. The man himself. Fuck yes.
That's right. Nobody's missing this stream. Come on. We got Bonnie Bailey in the house, which Bonnie, congratulations, Bonnie. You are the only person in the bracket contest as we speak that still has a perfect bracket. You're the only entry with the perfect bracket. So you're in the lead right now.
Excellent.
So we'll see. And I was looking at your bracket. I was like, it looks pretty good. Like there's a good chance Bonnie could go through this flawless, undefeated. So I might have to throw a little something extra in there on that as a bonus or something. I don't know, but it's still early. We'll see. There have been some interesting, like City of the Living Dead ended up beating out Dawn of the Dead 04. And I did not see that coming, but I was I didn't. I don't know why. I guess it's because I always feel like my thoughts and feelings on Dawn 04. I always feel kind of like the outcast. Like everybody else is kind of like, oh man, it's good. What are you talking about? And I'm just like, it ain't for me. But and
I don't
I
know.
don't
I
know.
always thought Dawn 04 was like universally hated, especially amongst like Romero fans. I mean,
I don't know. Maybe
yeah.
my
I
bracket
think.
is fucked. So I don't know. Don't
Oh
listen to
yeah,
me, guys, because I had
yeah.
Burial Ground beating Dead Alive, and I way underestimated the popularity of Dead
Whoa!
Alive.
No way,
I
dude.
did.
Yeah.
Well, for me, like Burial Ground is one because of Peter Bark, and just like he's so iconic and memorable to me. There's so much memorable shit in Burial Ground,
Yeah.
and every time it seems there's been multiple times. I think it was Ed, and I think it was even who was it Jace? There were like a couple of people when I asked them what their favorite non-Romero zombie film was, they said Burial Ground. So I think
Yeah.
I just had that in my mind. I was just like, man, maybe that's more popular than I thought. But no, I mean, Dead Alive is pretty fucking popular apparently.
Yeah.
Um,
Dead Alive was one of those like me and my buddies used to watch that shit in high school just for the gore, and I think that's. I mean, that's what the film is, but
oh
you know,
yeah,
that's probably why a lot of people voted for it. The fucking lawnmower thing and the
the ear falling into
yeah,
the
the
whatever
pudding.
that shit was. The
Yeah,
pudding was it
yeah.
pudding or
I think it's
curds
pudding.
and
Yeah,
whey or something? I don't know what
yeah,
the hell that was.
some kind of something.
Um, I always just love the one scene that always gets me is the baby in the park scene when he's just beating the shit out of that zombie baby and people are watching the park. It's so like Monty Python.
Oh
It's
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah, it is.
But I
It's
just always I
funny
forget
shit.
about Dead Alive a lot of the times just because it hasn't had any kind of new release or any real fanfare in years. Like it's
Yeah,
never gotten a Blu-ray release, I don't think.
not to my
Um,
knowledge.
yeah,
I've got the regular DVD. I don't know who released it. It's down here somewhere, but and a
yeah, I got it over there
VHS
too.
copy goes for like 80 to $100. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what Peter Jackson's doing with that, but I'm surprised he hasn't. I mean, all that stuff from that time period, Bad Taste, Dead Alive, all that hasn't really had any kind of release. So I don't know
Yeah.
what Peter Jackson's doing with all
He's skating on that Lord of the Rings money. He doesn't give a shit.
that. Oh,
Dead
Lord of
Alive
the
is old
Rings.
news. Yeah.
Yeah, but he has to know that there's a market for that, and he stands to make shit. I mean, if Dead Alive, let's say like I don't know what's the big one now, Vinegar Syndrome or a Severin or Synapse or something were to do a Dead Alive 4K box set, like that
Oh
shit's
yeah.
gonna sell like hotcakes.
It,
So
well, a lot of those boutique DVDs are going to sell regardless of taste anyway, just because of the
yeah,
how rare they are. You know what I mean? Once they're gone, they're gone. So same
yeah,
thing with records. People buy limited records because once they're gone, they're gone. They can say they have them. So
mm-hmm.
it's a clout thing.
It's the weird collector mentality that we all have. I do the
Yeah.
same thing sometimes where I'm just like, I don't really want that, but it's gonna sell out, and it's better to have it and not and
Yeah.
maybe need it one day for something anyway. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. That limited to 50 piss yellow vinyl is going to sell out in 3 minutes. I better get it because it's going to be gone. So
yeah, I've done that. I've done that multiple times for sure.
yeah. Me too.
Uh,
Me too.
hell yeah! Shout out Sinister Vid 71 for the visuals there on that opening. I came across some of his stuff not too long ago, and he I guess he uses I think it's like Unreal Engine 5 to create a lot of these. It's like ambient stuff that he does for like a bunch of different horror films. I came across, I was like, that's so cool, man. Like I'm gonna rip that off, but I'll give him credit for it.
Yeah. That was good shit, man. I like that.
um. It looks like Alpha hauls some competition. Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. Matt's got some crazy shit in his collection. You'll see here in just a little bit. Yeah. Absolutely. It's always good. It's always good to. Now we just need fucking what is it? What's that dude's name? Holy Parish of Death.
Oh man. Yeah. Where the fuck is that guy? I haven't seen him in forever.
We need if we had Satan and Holy Parish of Doom. That's what it was. Holy Parish of Doom. If we had both of them in the chat at the same time, we could open up a hole in the earth.
Well, doesn't Bub show up in here every now? It'd be funny if like fucking Jesus popped in. Somebody make a Jesus account and jump in the chat really quick. That would be hilarious. Those two fuckers just start going at it.
Just having an argument back and forth about some movie or something. Got Vulo's in the house. What's up, John? Saying hi. Wish I was at the screening of Queens of the Dead with Tina, but it wasn't in the cards. Oh yeah, there was a screening going on tonight. Doing some fruitful amusement park research though. Interesting.
Oh, nice.
Interesting. I look forward to
Talk
that.
about that. Yeah, we can hear
And
about that.
I need to message you, John. I have an idea for a show that I want to do that I need to have you on, because everybody go check out John's channel. He's been putting together and finding all of the DeWolf stuff
Oh yeah,
from Season of the Witch and the Crazies.
all that shit.
So yeah, go check out John's channel. It's really really cool. Like it's some deep dive nerd shit for sure. But like I say all the time, if you're watching me on a Saturday night, you will appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, Jeff saying, wow, I was looking forward to this before, but now I'm really intrigued about what Matt got from Larry. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, Matt's got some cool shit. And we got some visual aids tonight too. So
Yeah, well, you can actually see one of them behind me here. This is the U.S. theatrical. There we go, of Dawn of the
there you
Dead.
go.
I never owned one of those until about a month or two ago, and I picked one up from Larry. So,
That's right.
but yeah, yeah, that's one of them. But I got more. Trust me, we're good.
As we can see, we got more. We got
Yeah.
Grandes in the house. Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. Happy
Grande.
Saturday, Grande.
My boy.
Which I think I'll be on Grande's channel next month. We're going to be doing something non-horror. It should be a lot of fun. It'll give me a chance to talk about some movies that are non-horror that I really love.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that dude's a straight up cinephile. He's not confined to horror. He's all over the place, and I fucking love it. He did an
Yeah.
Oscars show the other night with him and Merns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And I so appreciate Grande making the argument for why Dawn of the Dead should have won the Oscar for Best Picture in 1979. I was all about it. I was like, yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Most of us are living on borrowed time medically. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, man, you know, people would, a long lifetime was like, oh, he lived a long life. He lived to be 35, you know, like
Yeah.
now it's like, you know, the longer we go, the more shit breaks down.
Yeah. Back then, you know, people had kids when they were fucking, 10 kids when they were 19 and 20, and yeah, they lived
Well,
and
that's how
died before they had 40.
Yeah, that's how some people still are around here where I grew up. So I dated a girl one time. I think she had 3 kids by the time she was out of high school. Not mine. This was this was after me. Yeah, it was.
Hey, what do you know?
Michelle saying that was me when I hit 45 and all downhill ever since. I don't believe it. You're holding up fine. Let's see. We got good evening, Grande. Aaron says Riverman's backstepped off a curve on accident and threw his back out. Got a week. Yeah. It doesn't. I find little things like just bending over, like you said, bending over to tie your shoe. I was playing with Everly one time. We were throwing a ball around, and I just bent over to pick it up, and it felt like I tore my ACL. I was just like, oh shit, I can't be doing this.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up with a 5-year-old.
Yeah, no kidding. And get them out now. That way you can spend time with them and grow up and have fun and play ball and do all that fun shit now, because eventually you're gonna fall apart, man.
Yeah, so, it's coming.
Yeah.
Steven, what's going on, man? Howdy, campers. What's up, Steven? Andy says never sneeze while putting on your socks or shoes. Yeah, sneezing is a dangerous proposition. Wait until you're 59, says Bonnie.
Oh wow, yeah. Hopefully we make it that far.
Yeah. Well, let's hope I get that far. 59's, doesn't seem. I mean, it seems far away, but then you start thinking about it, it's like, because I was thinking last night when we were doing that Rue Morgue thing, it was like that's 2007. That's almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, dude.
And to me, like 2007 was like, oh yeah, that was a couple of years ago. I remember those days. Yeah, it's depressing.
No, it comes fast, dude. My kid will be like, I was talking to Stephanie about this the other day. Like, he'll be 15 in October, and I've got to start saving for a car. Like, I got to put him on insurance. Like, Jesus Christ, like this just is moving way too fast. And yeah, man, it's just.
How are you gonna feel about that when he starts driving? Because I think about that sometimes, like now, like with Everly, when she's still a ways away, but I'm still like, I don't think I'll ever be comfortable with it. Like, I never understood how my parents felt when I started driving, but they were always just kind of like, okay, don't leave town, be back at, they're very, and I was just like, what's the big deal, But now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a fucking horror show.
Well, the shit that I did when I was 15 and 16, goddamn, like, and that's the thing about him though, is he's a completely different type of kid. He's such a good kid, but
He
he's
is,
not
yeah.
he's not coordinated, and that's what I'm worried about. So I'm not worried
Oh.
about him like getting drunk and doing drugs and driving and shit like I did.
Yeah.
but no, he's a good kid. But yeah, he's getting behind the wheel and operating a 2-ton piece of metal. I don't know, man. It's something that I don't know if I want.
I mostly just worry about everybody because driving around here in Evansville, man, people don't know how to drive. Like it's
Yeah.
terrifying. Like we have a strip down here called the Lloyd Expressway, and people drive like absolute maniacs on that fucking
Oh, yeah.
road. I avoid it. That's my motto: avoid the Lloyd. I'll just
Yeah.
go whatever way to not take that road.
And that's the concern, is it's more other people than him.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just worried about what other people are doing out there, because there's some maniacs, man.
Yeah, you never know. Anyway, don't worry too much about it.
I'm not.
I'm just like, I'm just sitting here. I'm talking you down. I'm just like, oh, you know, it's dangerous. Fear for your life. I know I will.
It's all good. It's all good.
Jeff saying, all you youngsters, I'm sure I'm the oldest one in this chat. You have the most wisdom, sir. And by all the photos of people that you've met over the years, dude, it's like you've lived a life, my man. You have the experience and the you know, the wisdom that I think most of us wish we had, you know.
Yeah. You know, I was gonna say, like, you know, we always talk about Andy Synth and how he's seen like every movie ever made in the theater. Jeff has probably met every celebrity ever. Like all.
Yeah.
I'm like, are these real? These aren't Photoshop. Like, these are real photos. And
it makes you wonder, because he's just like, here's me and George Washington, and you're just like, wow, all right, you know, all right, I'll believe it.
Yeah. It's wild, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Acres of Movies, what's going on, man? I remember seeing you last night. Hello, and thanks from Stacy. Would Ed Harris be a good Loomis in Halloween? Interesting. I don't think so, man. It's hard to top Donald Pleasance. I love Ed Harris, but Donald Pleasance is just the ultimate Loomis.
Right. And so there are some characters that it's like Angus Scrimm and Phantasm. There will never be another Tall Man.
No.
Like, there will never be another Loomis. Like, Donald Pleasance is Loomis. There's nobody else. So
yeah, it's hard to recast roles like that. Angus Scrimm, Robert Englund, you know, they tried to, you know, Doug Bradley and Hellraiser. Like when they try, it just doesn't. It's like it's easier to take like a Jason or a Michael Myers because it's just another person under a mask, you know.
Right.
But it's hard to replace those iconic characters. I mean, you know, I love Malcolm McDowell, but you know, it was a different type of Loomis in Rob Zombies, but it wasn't the same. It was
a different type of Halloween. It was nothing like, you know, nothing like the original, which I'm sure was the point, but yeah.
Let's see. Aker saying, do you want a figure made for Candyman? Some new ones. Sure, send it over. I'll take it.
Yeah, right on.
Great Tony Todd. Hell yeah. Send it.
I had one of those. What was the company that was making those clothed figures recently? Will had some of the like Hammer Horror. Was it not Mego? What is it? Mego?
They're like the Mego figures. I think I have some like that for the Night of the Living Dead ones that are like that. I can't remember who actually does them, but they are like the old school Mego figures, I think is what they call them. It may be the same thing.
Yeah, they had some Candyman figures like that. I had one. I think I traded it in at the toy store down the street, but yeah, no.
Got a lot of Candyman stuff here. What's the best Candyman kill? I'm not the biggest Candyman fan, so I wouldn't.
I think my favorite is. What is it? Is it when I can't remember the fucking character's name from the first film? The main protagonist, the blonde girl, whatever. When she's at the doctor's office and Candyman shows up behind the doctor and lifts the doctor up, and that was fucking cool and very scary.
Yeah. Yeah. What is her name? Virginia Madsen. That's who plays her.
But I can't remember.
Just call her Virginia Madsen.
Yeah, but I actually liked the remake that came out a couple years ago. I thought it was really good, and the soundtrack was gorgeous, dude. That watching the behind the scenes of how that dude made all that stuff with natural sounds, like I thought it was all synthesizers and shit. He made all of that with like natural sounds that he sampled and shit. I mean, it's incredible stuff that he did.
Hmm.
Um,
I never watched it. I never had any interest in watching it because it's I don't know. To me, it's like the first Candyman is kind of a settled side thing. Like it's just I know they made sequels and stuff after that, but like the first one's the only one I ever go out of my way to watch or think
yeah,
about really.
yeah.
Got Paul in the house. Hey,
Hey,
what's going on,
Paul.
fellas? What's going on, Paul?
Oh boy, Paul.
Thank you, Rick. Hope you feel better from your cold. Have same symptoms but mild. Yeah, I think it's just maybe some of the weather too. Because we in a span of a week we went from like 28 degrees to like today it was like 80. It's just like you don't know what the hell to expect from day to day around here. So
Yeah, yeah. I had a sweater on this morning at the doctor's office, and this afternoon I had shorts on.
um John wants to know what's your favorite non-Romero zombie film. Mine is Dead Alive. See, there you go. There's it's Dead Alive love that I drastically overlooked, and now my bracket is completely screwed.
Oh yeah,
I did a whole stream on this, I don't know, about a year ago or so. Mine is 28 Days Later. That's the one that's like closest to my heart that I remember watching right at that right age. That kind of just, it was completely different than anything else at the time. And then everything that came after tried to be
yeah.
28 Days Later. And I was just like, yeah, but yeah, I would say 20 Days Later.
I'm with
Uh,
you. Yeah,
what about
yeah.
you?
My Cemetery Man, Del Morte
Yeah.
Del More. That's my shit, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another one of those late night discoveries on Showtime or HBO or whatever when I was like 14, 15, and I was fucking blown away, dude.
It's
So
another movie that there's really nothing else like it.
no,
Because it plays
no,
out. It's like a series of it's like it's a series of different narratives almost at times, and it's almost episodic in a way
it
that
is.
movie plays out. Um,
Yeah, I just love
and like I said, the
the
dialogue is very Shakespearean at times.
it
It feels like
is.
to
Yeah,
me, like I don't know,
yeah. It's
it's
beautiful. It's
it
like a
is.
like a philosophical existential zombie film. You know,
Yeah.
at the end of the movie when they get to the cliff and there is no rest of the world and shit like that. It's like none of this
Mm-hmm.
mattered. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's incredible stuff. Yeah, I love it. My favorite.
R-rated show. What's going on? R-rated show. We got Satan in the house. We got the R-rated show. This is gonna be a hardcore stream, I think.
Hell yeah.
What's up, man? Steven says, heads up, Alf. I don't know if your daughter digs Day of the Dead, but they have a Bub plushie, the perfect birthday / Christmas, or just because I love you gift. I've seen that. I think I've seen the Bub plushie. Yeah. Yeah, she's back into, well, the thing is now she's introducing Claire, who is 2.5 months now, introducing her to Chucky and Adam's family. She's just like, all right, we're gonna sit. And she sits Claire up, next to the TV or in front of the TV on the wall, and she sits next to her, and she's just watching. And she'll like explains, like, don't be scared, don't be scared. It's just a movie. It's just a movie. It's just make believe. And Claire is just like oblivious to what's going on, but to her, it's like, okay, I'm showing her all my favorite movies, type of thing, and it's fucking ridiculously cute.
That's really cool, dude. Keep that shit going. That's awesome.
Oh, she had trouble sleeping the other night because, like I said, she'd been sick, so she wasn't ready to go to bed. She was irritable, so I had her come up to my room with me, and she said she wanted to watch a movie, and you'd be so proud of her, Matt. She wanted to watch Phantasm, so we watched Phantasm, and she fell asleep. We snuggled, and she fell asleep watching Phantasm. I was like, oh, that's my girl.
Did you fast forward past the tits at the beginning on the
I just do the distraction thing where I just kind of hold my hands over her eyes, or I'm just like, hey, what do you think about, what do you do? And just make, distract her from what's going on.
No earmuffs and turn the head sideways, all that shit.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh, do you need a blanket? That's what I did the other day. I was like, oh, do you need a blanket? Here. And I was, whipping it up and down over her and, just covering her up and,
I never did that with Emery. I'm probably a terrible father. I was always like, hey, yeah, see, look at that shit. I I scarred that kid.
There
My
you go,
mom-
boy.
Yeah. My mom used to stand in front of the television and try to block it. My dad would always tell her to get the fuck out of the way. Like, move, get the fuck out. Let him see it.
He's gonna be a man.
Let him be a man.
I remember when I was a kid, I'd be watching movies with my parents, and if nudity or something would come on. I always knew to like look away or pretend like I was distracted by something because they would look at me, and if I was looking, I'd get in trouble. So when something would come on, I would just be like, or just looking, or just looking down, or just pretending like I was oblivious and didn't know what was going on.
That's a beautiful paint color on the wall there. Yeah.
It's like, oh, I need to cut my nails. This is crazy. Scratch something over here. John says Cemetery Man is also a classic. Yeah, it is. Just in my favorite non-Romero film, that's tough. It's between City of the Living Dead and Zombies. So
keeping it Fulci, you can't go wrong with either one of those.
Bonnie Bailey. Whoa, this is Bonnie. Whoa.
All right.
She's excited about something. I don't know if it's the Cemetery Man thing. I think she may be a Cemetery Man fan. I don't know. But I'm glad you're excited, Bonnie. Yeah, Nightmare City's getting its ass kicked, as I figured. I mean, it's a 2 seed versus a 15 seed, but I thought it was an interesting pairing because it is the two infected people movies. Nightmare City was the first, and 20 Days Later is kind of a modern version of Nightmare City in a lot of ways. So
yeah,
I mean, a different way. I mean, it's not different flavor,
quite the same, but still,
yeah.
But still, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. Michelle, Dead Alive all the way.
That's right.
That's her bracket. Aaron says, John, I'm actually not the biggest fan of Cemetery Man. I know it's beloved. Maybe there's something wrong with me. What do you think? Is there something wrong with Matt?
I don't think so. Everybody's got an opinion, dude. And taste is subjective. Art is subjective. Everybody has a specific taste, and it is what it is.
That's right.
Trust
me. Steven gives me shit all the time for some of the stuff that I talk. I got shit last night because I was talking about that my favorite Evil Dead movie was Army of Darkness.
Oh wow! Well, it's fun. It's a fun,
exactly.
It's a
See,
fun
like you're just like, oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Satan. It wasn't fair to put Dead Alive against Burial Ground. I didn't seed them. I didn't pick who got who. It's all based off of the IMDb scores. So I just went straight off of IMDb. So it's the luck of the draw. What can you do? I hated putting Return of the Living Dead and Zombie against each other because it's a shame that either one of those would have to be put out in the first round, but it just worked out that way.
Yeah,
it's out of my hands. Fat Pig the Conqueror. What's going on, man? Rich and creamy, just the way I like it. All right.
That's a cool name too.
Yeah, and I love the Woody Harrelson there. Is that Woody Harrelson or the? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
John says, Aaron, it's a zombie film made with a Lynch style. What's not to love? That's an interesting way to put it. I can dig that.
It is a little Lynchian. Now that
little Lynchian. Yeah.
Wow, I never thought about that.
Since this Burial Ground is fun, but not all are into creepy. What's the word?
Oedipal
man children.
Oedipal man children.
Hey, how can you not be into Peter Park, man? That's just insane.
I'm not going to pretend to be. I'm not going to be a pseudo intellectual and pretend that I know what that fucking word means because I don't. I'm not going to Google it either. Synth, explain, sir.
Oedipal.
Oedipal.
Or maybe they should have gotten Lynch to make it, and then I'd like it more. See, I'm not the biggest David Lynch guy either, so I think Michele Soave did just fine.
I like hearing David Lynch explain, well, not necessarily explain his films, but explain the concept behind his films more than his actual films. Just the way that he talks and sort of goes into the philosophy behind some of the shit that he's done through his life and stuff like that is more fascinating to hear because it kind of puts things into perspective and kind of explains some of the things that you don't quite understand in his films. You're not really supposed to.
Yeah, there's quite a few people like that I would rather just listen to the person talk about the shit than actually watch the shit or listen to the shit. Like perfect example, like Henry Rollins is one of those people that I can just sit and listen to for hours.
Oh yeah.
Like I just I don't know, about a month or so ago, I finally read Get on the Bus. The first book he did was basically like his journals from being on tour with Black Flag in the 80s.
Okay.
Crazy shit. It's like every story's like, yeah, we stopped here and this night we played in, you know, Vancouver, Washington, or Vancouver, British Columbia, or whatever. And some guy threw a beer at my head and busted me open, and I hit him with the microphone stand, and we got into a big brawl, and then some Nazis showed up, and then we left. Just like, and then the next show, you know, somebody got stabbed to death, and you know, we still played, and it was Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude.
But I'm not the
So
biggest. I'm not the biggest Black Flag or Rollins band
yeah.
fan though. But I dig Henry Rollins.
You were a big Misfits guy, but not Black Flag. So what's got you on a? So I remember we used to joke a while back that you
I know
don't
you
read.
used to give me shit,
Yeah, I used to give you shit all the time, dude. I've got a whole stack of recommendations here that I was gonna go
dude.
through.
I'm like
All right.
already. I just got this earlier this week, maybe last week Friday. I think I'm already like most of the way through this. I'm almost done with Lord of the Dead,
That's
part
great.
3.
Yes. So there's some cool information in that I found out through reading that book. The scene, which well, I don't want to give it. Well, it doesn't matter, but it's informational. It's not like I'm giving away a plot. But the scene in Phantasm 3 where they filmed the tall man in the cooler. Do you remember that scene where they
Mm-hmm.
stabbed him and they
Mm-hmm.
shoved him in the cooler? That was filmed on February 18th, 1993. And I remember that because that was my 9th birthday. And I found that out in that book. And I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
And then the stream that I did with Grande a couple months back, our Phantasm stream, I forgot to tell him that night was like the 27th anniversary of uh, the first day of shooting Phantasm Oblivion. So I thought that
Oh,
was cool
really?
too. I learned all that in that book. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good
there's
stuff,
some
man.
interesting stuff I never knew. Like Bill Thornberry was like originally they wanted to cast him in Star Wars.
Yeah, well,
Like that was
he
his.
auditioned. Yeah,
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, you know, I don't want to. I don't give a shit about this. This is going to be some
yeah,
goofy sci-fi shit. I don't, you know. It's like whatever. He just kind of blew it off, and then he's it's just like, well, it taught me a lesson to like just take every audition seriously. You know, it's just like,
yeah,
oh, it's interesting. But for
yeah.
me personally, I'd rather watch Phantasm though. But you know, that's just me. But to answer your question though, I don't know. I just got like I said, I just got tired of. For one thing, I don't watch a lot of. I try not to watch too much TV anymore, YouTube or trying news, especially. Like I'm tuning a lot of shit out because I found myself the more that I went down those rabbit holes and the algorithm kept showing me more and more, especially like following news and current events and all that. I've just it just kept bumming me out, and I just like and I just felt terrible. All like,
Yeah.
but so like New Year's rolled around, I was like, well, my New Year's resolution, I'm gonna start reading more. I'm gonna start doing more stuff that you know that just ignore the outside world and just focus more on stuff that I like that makes me happy. So I've been watching a lot more movies, listening to a lot more music, and books. I've just always just been like, man, there's so much. I have so many books that I've never read, and so much information out there that's at my fingertips if I just get off my ass and do it. So I just started reading. I was like, I got to finish that Romero book. I had so much shit I wanted to just dig into. And once I started, it was just like, now I find myself I'd rather pick up a book and read something for, cause it was always like a mountain thing. It was like, oh man, there's so much to read here. It's a never ending mountain. So my mentality was in a place where it was like, well, what's the point of reading two or three chapters and, if I can't get to the end, it's the long haul thing that I'm just like, okay, this is fine. Like, I'm reading Salem's Lot right now. I've never read Salem's Lot. It's a big ass fucking book, but like, I'm okay with just like getting up in the morning, making a coffee and just sitting there and reading a few chapters and then going about my day and just coming back and doing that every now and then. And I have multiple books going on at one time, in different parts of the house, depending on my mood. I don't know. I just found a way that worked for me, I guess. So
Well,
I don't
that's
know.
good, and it's exciting for me because I love to read, and I've got a lot of recommendations I could give you, and some things that I could toss your way. But you're absolutely right, and it's the best way to sort of silence all the noise and put your fucking phone down, turn the TV off, quit listening to the
Yeah.
bullshit because there's a lot of it going on right now.
Oh yeah.
But
That was a big one too. Like, put down your phone and quit. Cause I would just
yeah,
find myself just like going back and forth, looking at shit over and over again. And it was just like, I'm just wasting time. I can't tell you how much time I have wasted just doom scrolling on fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
Just
dude,
like,
it's
and just
just
going
brain
down
work.
rabbit holes of just stupid shit. And I'm just like, what have I done with the last 3 hours of my life? Like, what
Right.
is,
Well,
uh,
and that's the thing is it's important to sort of grease the gears. Like, what is it? You don't use a muscle for so long it starts to atrophy. It's the same thing with your brain. I mean, you have to
yeah.
exercise your brain, and that's the best way to do it is reading. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, but speaking of reading, I was gonna bring this up in just a little while. I have an extra copy, and we talked about this, but
Yeah.
sometime during the show, whenever you want to do it, middle, end, whatever, I have an extra copy of Russo's Night of the Living Dead novelization, and I wanted to give it away to somebody on the show tonight. So what I was gonna
Ooh.
do
I don't have
is,
that. Am I eligible or?
well, I mean,
I'll,
that's up
I'll,
to you,
I'll
dude.
abstain. I'll abstain. No, it wouldn't be fair.
So what I
No.
was gonna do is I don't know if anybody out there has heard of this. This is Killian Gore's Day of the Dead quiz book here, and there's some really cool quiz, some trivia in here that I was gonna fire off, some quick fire trivia in just a little bit. Maybe best 3 out of 5. Whoever gets 3 out of 5 will win. The
Okay.
questions aren't too hard. I picked out a handful that I figured are kind of in the middle. So yeah, we can go through that in just a little while if you want, whatever you want to do. So,
Yeah,
but I would
man.
love to, I would
Let's
love
do
to
that.
give this away to somebody because I don't have any use for it, and it's just been collecting dust. I'm sure that there are plenty of people that collect on this stream that know that pain, buying something and then getting home and realizing, oh shit, I've already got this. So it's
I
happened
do
a
that.
couple of times. Yeah,
Yeah, I do that a lot with Blu-rays. Like if I come
yeah,
across a Blu-ray and I'm just like, oh, yeah, I don't think I have this, and I get home and I look, I'm like, oh, I already fucking have it. Like, all
yeah,
right, well, I have two now. But yeah,
yeah.
man, we'll do that here in just we'll do that here in a little bit.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready. Try to skip around through the chat here. Alpha, when are we gonna quit fucking around and start a new metal channel? Let's do it.
Ah, got some Jinkos waiting in the closet, bro.
Yeah, man. Let's go back. Let's just take it back. Which new metal's kind of, it's kind of,
It's coming
kind of,
back.
yeah, it's kind of popular again.
It's coming back.
Um,
God, there was some shit back in the day, dude. Like Roadrunner Records, early 2000s. Oh my God.
hmm
I don't want to think about that shit right now.
Well, it's funny. Anytime I'm on the Revival House podcast, or anytime I'm on their channel, they're over here on my channel. It always seems like we start out the stream, the first 30, 45 minutes, just talking about music, and it always goes into the direction of like, oh, do you guys remember, fucking Head PE and
PE.
Seven
Oh,
Dust and shit?
dude.
We just go
Hold
on
on. We're
the
about to
rabbit
open up
hole. Yeah.
Spine Shank. Oh my God.
Spine
Who else?
Shank, um,
Down the Sun. What else? Five. Not.
Soil. You remember Soil? That was a big one for a
Soil.
second.
Yeah. Not
Stereo
Soil Earth,
Mud.
but Soil Cold.
So,
Remember Cold?
Cold. Oh yeah.
Um,
Cold Chamber.
Cold
There.
Chamber.
Cold
Fucking Big
Chamber.
Truck. Oh my God. I don't want to go back to those days, man. You know what's funny though? Like Deftones are having this renaissance right now. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that because they're new metal. I've never believed that Deftones were new metal. They've always been lumped into that category, but they were never new metal in my opinion. They've always done something different. If you talk to them, they'll tell you the same thing. They've always tried to stray away from that. But it's really cool. My kid on his own just started. He's listening to Deftones. He's got like 3 Deftones shirts. Like, what the
Oh
fuck is
wow.
going on? Yeah, it's awesome though.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool to see that. Like I saw those dudes in like small venues and stuff back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and now they're playing arena shows. It's fucking wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which
I
that's
remember.
one of the craziest shows that I've ever been to was Deftones and Glassjaw opened for them. And dude, when Chino came out on stage and he started doing the heave ho shit and I thought I was gonna die. I mean, this is July 20th, 2000. I will never forget that day. And I
Oh
literally
wow.
thought I was gonna fucking
That's
die.
like peak too. That's like the right at. That's like
Oh
what?
man.
So White Pony was what 99 2000.
No, White Pony came out the month before that. It had just come out.
Ah.
They had the big fucking red White Pony banner on the stage and opened up with Be
God.
Quiet and Drive. And it was just, dude, you've probably never been to the Tabernacle in Atlanta, but it's an old church that they converted into a big, huge concert venue. But there's 3 stories, and people were jumping off of the balconies into the crowd, off onto the guitar stacks. It was the most insane shit I've ever fucking seen in my life, dude. If I could go back, it was
Yeah.
amazing.
2000. That was like, man. I saw the Deftones. The one time I saw Deftones was in 2006. and it was on the Family Values tour that year, and that's when they were playing all the amphitheaters, and it was like $10 lawn seating. So as you know, 2006, I was still in high school, I think,
Yeah.
late high school. So me and all my friends got tickets, and that was our first road trip I ever took was to Nashville to go see Deftones at the what was it, the Starwood Amphitheater at the time, and it was Deftones, Corn, Stone Sour. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was, but I was just like, okay, man, $10 to go see Deftones. Well, Deadsy was playing
Yeah.
too. I was always been a big
Deadsy.
Deadsy guy.
Wow.
Deadsy was there, so I was there for Deadsy, Deftones, and Corn. 2006, and Starwood Amphitheater is no more because that was the last concert that they ever held there at that amphitheater. Because by the end of that concert that night, like that place was tore up. Like it was
Yeah.
like I remember looking out across the crowd. You know, you can kind of see it's the amphitheater. You can kind of see across the crowd and just seeing just random shit just being hurled through the air. Just like it was like a sea of just like bottles and mud and all kinds of shit. And yeah, the rumor was that after that show, they just shut down the amphitheater and it never never opened again. So I was like, yeah, I believe it. But that was a funny concert because my cousin went and he was not a fan of that music at all. Like he was into like hip hop and stuff at the time, but you know, but he was like, oh, I'm gonna go with the guys. Like it'll be a fun trip. And through the whole the whole show, he's just kind of standing there, just like taking it in, like looking at the people around us. It's some interesting characters, drunk people falling down and shit. He's just kind of looking around, like, just uncomfortable almost. By the end of the night, by the time Corn was on, and I think they were playing, I think it was Falling Away From Me. I think I remember this so vividly. I look over, my cousin's taking off his shirt and gets up and starts crowd surfing. Right. And then the next thing I know, I see him fly through the air and land belly flop flat on his face right in front of us. And I was like, oh my God, dude, are you okay? And he just got up and he was like, dude, that was awesome. I was like, oh, he's converted. Yeah. And then after that, he was just all about fucking Corn, Deftone. Like he's all about that shit. Like that. And then he started skating and he became a skater. So that was like his turning point was that concert.
Hey man, everybody's got a shift somewhere. Did you give him your orgy shirt?
No, I kept that one. I had that shirt for years after. That was a good shirt. That was a good shirt. I like the color scheme and everything.
Yeah, design.
Orgy. That was a fun band back in the day. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Let me try to hit people that I haven't hit on tonight here in the comments. Then we'll get started looking through Matt's collection here. I saw Larry pop in here. What's up, everyone? What's up, Larry?
Hey, Larry.
Good to see you. Hell yeah, Paul. Paul's watching this whole damn live stream. Been waiting for this one. Stoked to see what Matt's going to show off. Hey, be careful what you ask for.
Yeah, I've got a couple things. Couple things from Paul back there too. I'll show off.
I don't know what this says, but Satan is saying if he had a daughter, he'd be very strict. So who knew? Who knew Satan would have such strict rules there? Yeah.
Let's
see. I saw Grant here. Grant Stukas Dive. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Mayor's in the house. Are you thinking of Distinctive Dummies figures?
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, talking about the clothing.
Yeah, it's Mego. They started redoing
Mego. There you go.
Yeah, these types of figures. Yeah, not Distinctive Dummies, but these guys. So,
which Distinctive Dummies just did a Rhodes figure too with the gut exploding action, and I'd love to have those, but man, by the time for one, they're really limited. There's like 100. They make like 100 of them, and they sell out super fast. So if you don't get on them, it's over. But yeah, and then the resale value on those things is ridiculous. I see them all the time pop up on eBay for $300-400. So
well, and that's the thing is that they're 150 or so for one figure, right? You can spend 120 for a set of 4 of these Trick or Treat Studios. So they're you're right, they're cool, but it's the same sort of like limited edition draw from the other things that we've been talking about. A lot of people just want them because they know that they're super limited and they've got one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Although I did see a couple of those at the Living Dead weekend. Somebody had the Roger one and then the Romero one with the with the director's chair and all that. And I was just looking, I was like, man, these are so cool. I'd love to have them. But
They
yeah, the
are.
price on them were like $300, $400. I
Yeah.
was like, I can't. I just can't.
Can't do it, man. I gotta buy some grandpa shoes for my back. I can't afford that right now.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, man. My childcare bill just doubled. So
Yeah.
Jesus.
Daycare, man.
Dude, if I didn't have two kids, we could just buy another. We could have a second mortgage and just have two houses. Like
Yep.
it's crazy. Like what
Expensive.
childcare costs for it's
I can't
insane.
imagine what it's gone up to. When Emery was in daycare, I think it was like I want to say it was 150 a week, maybe 200 a week. It was
Yeah,
wild, man.
right now for both of the kids, which Everly will be in kindergarten next September, but right now it's about $1,500 a month for
God
us
damn, bro.
for two kids.
Shit.
Yeah. It's yeah, it's insane.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm being a little more strategic on what I'm spending my money on these days. Like today I went to the local, we have it's called a Mega Replay. They have a lot of used Blu-rays and 4Ks and stuff. And I was just walking around, I had, 4 or 5 in my hand. And I was just looking, I was like, I don't need this shit. I just put it back
Yeah.
and left. I was like, I got 5 kids to feed. I feel like the dude
Yeah,
from
man.
Total Recall at this point,
Yeah.
Man, I got 5 kids to feed.
Oh man.
Let me see. Woody from True Detective. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I love that season of True Detective.
Best show ever, dude.
God, I'm really behind on these comments, guys. Sorry. Here's more people giving me shit about Army of Darkness here, I think.
It's a great film, man. It's no Evil Dead 2, but it's a great film.
Misfits had hooks, Black Flag not so much. They were all angst and aggression. Misfits all the way. Yeah, that's how I'm a hooks guy. Like, give me a good hook in a song, and I'm there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really skipping around here, but hope you guys will forgive me. That's right. Steven says Alpha has hopped on the reading rainbow. What a beautiful thing. I know, right? I also got your recommendation. I ended up getting the Romero Raising the Dead book too, from Adam Hart. So I haven't started this one yet. I just got this yesterday, I think, or day before maybe.
Yeah.
I'm interested in checking it out.
That's a good one. The Night of the Living, what is it? Night of the Living Dead. That one's
Night
good.
K, yeah. I started that when I got up to like Martin, and I'm just kind of out of it because a lot of it is just like his own theories and thoughts about shit, and I don't know if it's actually there. I've never thought of it in that way, which is fine, I guess. It's his book, but there's also a lot of like bad information in that book.
There is
like at one point he
couple
says
of books like that.
Yeah, he he says Bill Heinzman is the Ken Peters role in Season of the Witch, and misspells Laurie Cardill's name. I'm like, dude, you're writing a book by George Romero. How do you misspell Laurie Cardill's name? Like,
right?
What is it?
Exactly.
Like, and from that point on, I'm just kind of like, okay, I don't even know if I want to keep going. So yeah, I haven't been all up in that one quite so much, but
yeah, but the one the Raising the Dead one, I'm glad you got that. I was going to recommend that one to you. It's really good shit. It seems a little more historically accurate. It's got the dude, we talked about this. It's not Ben, but there's a guy that worked with Ben at the archives. So most of his information is all factual and all comes from the archives. So once you get into this, there's some really good shit in here too. That's some cool
what I'm looking for.
Photos.
I know of the guy that wrote the book. I actually watched. I think it may still be up on YouTube somewhere, but he actually did like an online. I don't know if it was a stream or just like I don't know what the hell you'd call it, but he was just kind of going through showing. Yeah, kind of like a lecture. He was just kind of going through some of the stuff that he'd gotten in the Romero archive, where he was talking about, little bits of information and stuff I had no idea about. So I remember watching that. I don't know, it was a few years ago. But yeah, I just hadn't read the book yet. So
yeah, there's a really cool photo of George and Russ Strider in here dressed up like the Beatles. I don't know if I showed you that.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. So that's in the archives. I mean, you can see that if you want to. So
Yeah, there's
really cool
yeah.
stuff.
I was just looking. There's tons of photos and different stuff in this book, just stuff from the archives. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely all about checking that out here soon. Frankie, what's going on, man? Horror Rock dude, what's up, pal? What's up, my man? Just got home from a con today, which I've seen. Like, I think today is like the official like opening day for every convention in America because I've seen everybody at various conventions all day long. So, which one did you go to, man? So I think Horror Hound was this weekend. I think it was Horror Hound was this weekend, I believe, and there was another one, Creature Feature or something like that. Creature Feature weekend. I'm not sure, but what do you got there?
Oh, so real quick, this is the I can't remember if I've talked to you about this or not. So talking about bad information, this one here, Night of the Living Dead, behind the scenes of the most terrifying zombie movie ever. What is this Joe Kane?
Never heard of it.
There's some pretty inaccurate stuff in here, and one of the sources that it cited was Wikipedia. So I was like,
Oh
okay,
Lord.
yeah, that's not a source, dude. You can't source Wikipedia. So,
Yeah.
it said that John Amplis played one of the SWAT officers at the beginning of Dawn, or maybe one of the National Guardsmen or something like that. No, he wasn't. So there's all kinds of stuff like that in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I've never even heard of that book. The one I did see the new Daniel Kraus book that just came out, the Night of Living Dead book he did. I went to Barnes and Noble last weekend to see if I could find it, and yeah, there you go.
partially devoured.
I'm
Yeah, I
gonna have to get that one. I'm curious to read that one.
me too. I'm assuming it's just about his journey into discovering night. Yeah, how it saved his life and changed. It looks cool. I'm gonna give it a shot here. I think it's next on my list. So, um, yeah, pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I'll be looking for that one. Although I wasn't the biggest, I tried to read the Living Dead book that he kind of finished, that George started and he kind of finished, and I was just like, I got to a certain point, and I was just like, this just ain't working for me. I don't know.
Kind of fizzled out. Yeah, and I couldn't get through it either. It's no offense. Maybe it was the time because it came out right during COVID, right? I think so.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was because I
2020.
remember, yeah, it was around 2020 or so. Because yeah, I was still
Yeah,
in Murray, and I remember he was on. I think it was Matt and Eric. I think it was still WGON at the time. I don't think they had
yeah.
gone to Garf yet. I remember he was on there talking about it. Um, see the zombie historian pop up. What's going on, my man? Congratulations, Larry, on the mention in Daniel Cross's new text, partially devoured. Yeah, that's right. And our buddy John Vulo got a shout out in it as well. So
Yeah.
pretty cool stuff. Which Vulo, like you should send Vulo that Night of Living Dead book and just watch his head explode.
We've talked about it. I messaged him about it last year sometime, and he was like, "Yeah, it's not good." I don't want to misquote him, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Something along those lines.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Yeah.
Um, Rick, what state do I broadcast from? If you don't mind me asking, Indiana. I'm Central Standard Time. So, for whatever that's worth. Michelle says I've got the same Raising the Dead book on Matt's recommendation. I'll be reading it next after I read Lori's book. Yeah, Lori's got one out that I saw her
that's
promoting
right.
earlier. It sounds like it might be fairly depressing. So I don't know if I want to read that one, honestly.
Yeah, isn't it about her abuse or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
It's
her
from what
journey
I've heard.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but speaking of collections, I know Michelle's got a ton of shit too, and I know there's something that she's got that I really want. I don't think I'll ever convince her to let me buy it or anything, but there's some behind the scenes photos from Day, I think, that Lori Cardeal gave her or something like that. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think so. It was Michelle.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't that because she was I think it was back in last June for Living Dead weekend. She went and actually had dinner with Lori, and I think Lori ended up
Yeah.
just giving her some photos. It's just like
Yeah.
Michelle just somehow just I won't say weasels her way into these situations, but she just ends up in these weird situations where she's just like, oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just having dinner with Lori Cardale over at her house tonight. Like no big deal. I'm just like,
So
okay,
Michelle,
cool.
next time you're invited for dinner at Lori Cardeal's house, holla at your boy. Okay. I'm just saying. That's
we're hungry too, you know.
although I will say the first time that I met Lori, I was pretty much fucking starstruck. I didn't know what to say. I mean, it's like my favorite movie ever. And I had
Yeah.
no words to say. And she talked to my kid more than she talked to me because I was just like, what? I didn't know what, you know.
But Lori's great because like she knows how to engage and is
Yeah, she
so
does.
nice and so sweet, and she asks you questions.
Yeah.
Ian McCullough is the same way, and we met him back in October. Like he was asking us questions. He was leading the conversation. It's always the best when you go to a convention and the person you're talking to, because I mean, yeah, you're kind of starstruck. You don't really know, and you don't really want to be like, "Oh, I loved you." You don't want to be like Chris Farley in the SNL sketches when he's like interviewing Paul McCartney, and he's just like,
remember that
"Hey,
time?
you remember you were in the
That was so
Beatles?
cool.
That was so cool. You
That
don't
was
want to
the
be that
coolest thing ever.
guy."
You remember the time you were in Day of the Dead and you fucking that was so cool, dude.
You cut off a dude's arm, like, wow, how was that fun? You don't want to be that guy.
So awesome.
Oh,
So awesome.
Johnson, I hate to say, but I don't think any of the corrections made it into the book. He said there was a copyright on Anubis, but it doesn't. The Anubis work print was released on Criterion, and I also have the Joe Kane book I got a long time ago because I had this. It had the script in it. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. John's ahead of us here. Yeah, Michelle says I was invited. I tried to say that I already had plans, but she was insistent, so I changed plans originally had. And her and Jim are lovely humans. I mean, of course, you change plans there. I mean, outside of it's like
Lori
like,
Cargill says, "Come eat dinner." You fucking go eat dinner with. You change your plans. Absolutely.
yeah, and you bring your own plate and your own fork too, just to be polite. You know,
and you bring your buddy Matt. That's what you do.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Think of somebody other than yourself for once, Michelle. Shit. All right, but yeah, good to see everybody in the chat. Matt, you got some stuff you want to show off? We'll go ahead and get started here, and we'll let me know. I'm going to pull up because you also sent some photos and stuff too here, so I'm going to get these pulled up and just let me know when you need and what you need.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll start going through it. Do you
well, there's that.
We can start with that if you want. It doesn't matter. We'll get to it. Do you
You
want
do
to
you.
Do you want to look at the trick or treat figures first, or do you want to look at the other?
Yeah,
stuff,
let's do that. We'll start out with that because those just came out and people are just now starting to get those, and I haven't gotten them. So yeah, I'm curious to see them. So
okay, yeah, we'll show them off, and then I'll bust out the roads at the end that's out of the packaging. That way we can see the cool gore effects on it. So
yeah, there you go.
So we'll start with Bub, and for me, yeah, there we go. Try to set. Fucking glare.
Yeah, glare. Bane of my existence.
Yeah, it's about as good as I can get it. But so this to me looks so much better than was it a Muck Time Toys?
Yeah.
That did these a couple years ago. It's pretty much got the same stuff. It's got the bucket and the headphones, the gun, all of the razor blade. Pretty much the same exact shit that
I didn't realize it actually it has the Bic razor with it too. I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
that's
cool. Got the Bic razor. Gotta get closer there so you can see some of it. Tells
and
you what it comes
a copy of Salem's Lot would have been just perfect.
Oh man, that would have been bad. I didn't even think about that. So, and they're really cool. It reminds me of like G.I. Joe. You remember old G.I. Joe figures back in the day? They had their little bio on the back and shit like that.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. It's got a little.
That's an interesting photo to use. It looks like a behind the scenes photo of Howard Sherman on that.
Yeah, it is. That's one of the. I don't know if it's a makeup test or whatever, but it is definitely one of the behind the scenes pictures. So
it's like a profile picture of Bub.
Yeah, and it's got the rest of the series there. So pretty cool stuff. Got him aged between 38 and 45, which is interesting. So I don't think I've ever read anywhere what his actual age was supposed to be, but
yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, this one's pretty fucking cool. And the main reason that I think I like this one so much is the little Dead Walk newspaper there.
Yeah.
On Dr. Tongue. So
I just love the fucking alligator, man. Like
yeah.
Like I would just buy the alligator. I mean, I guess you could just buy any alligator, but the fact that it comes with the Dr. Tongue is just perfect.
Yeah. And then I noticed on the back here it goes into a little bio about, I guess, his missing jaw. Let's see. Yeah, the missing jaw does render his ability to consume the living most likely hindered. So it's interesting little backstory there. I thought
Yeah,
was
I
kind of cool.
appreciate that they got a little creative with it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
A
say.
little
Is I
extra.
kind of appreciate the creativity there and how they kind of went into that. So pretty cool. Yeah, it's Doctor Tongue. And speaking of Lori Cardeal, there's Sarah.
That's
There's
either
Sarah.
Lori or Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, that's what's yeah, Patrick Swayze.
We've determined.
So I was curious where they got the molds from because they look familiar, but I can't put my finger on it exactly what they look like. But um, yeah, it does kind of look like a dude, especially from this angle. She almost looks like she's got a mustache.
Yeah,
So
it's a little bit of a strong jaw there.
like the Uzi, it's fucking badass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wrangling snare.
Wrangling snare. I've
Yeah,
never.
wrangling snare.
I
Yeah,
just called the goddamn pole.
yeah. There's the back of the card there.
Sarah Bowman, which is never mentioned in the actual movie, her actual full name. But I think in
Yeah.
the script it's Sarah Bowman.
Well, and you know where Bowman came from, right?
I don't.
Bowman's Beach. That's where they filmed the end of the film there.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's Bowman's Beach on
I didn't put that
Sanibel.
together. Okay.
Yeah. And then last but not least,
Lori looking like a real Ghostbusters figure.
you
Says
know
Frankie.
that could be the mold. Now that I think about it, because I had those fucking figures back in the '90s. So I don't know. They look
They went back to the 90s and found an old Ghostbusters mold, and they were like, we'll just use this for Lori. What can you do?
fucking Peter Venkman. Yeah. Anyway, there's Rhodes.
Is this
And
the
Larry
shit
and I
that's
were
supposed
talking
to
about this
knock
the other
our
day.
socks off?
There you go. Perfect.
I knew I was going to use it somewhere, damn it.
Larry and I were talking about this the other day and how fucking cool that would have been for Joe to have seen this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he would have loved that. So, but of course, he's got the dual pistols, M16. Yeah, fucking cool shit. Yeah, very cool. So that's all four of them. The whole set, all $120 later.
Well, they're in pretty high demand now. I see people online. I guess they're selling out like crazy. I think Trick or Treat Studios sold out. I think the pre-order was supposed to be up until I don't know later on this month at some point, but I guess they eventually just sold out of them. And I know that so they're kind of a hot item right now.
They are. So they sold out, and then I know Time Bomb had them sold out. Now they got more, and some of the other toy stores are getting them and selling them. There's somebody on eBay that's got a couple of different copies of the whole set that they're selling for like 120, 119 with free shipping.
Yeah.
So that's even cheaper than Trick or Treat Studios.
Yeah, I saw that. I was thinking about just buying mine because, like I said, I haven't ordered them yet. But yeah, I was thinking like 120 free shipping was cheaper than if you were getting them direct from Trick or Treat.
Yeah. And then here's Rhodes.
Here we go.
Yeah,
so this is to prove that we were not crazy at one point. That
yeah. Here we go. Oh man, how cool is that shit? How fucking cool is that?
The only thing that's missing is a little speaker or something that when you open it, you just choke on them.
That'd be fucking cool.
Every time you open it, it activates that sound bite.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome,
cool, man. Yeah. That's really fucking cool, dude. So, yep, that's them.
And you actually found that one physically at local store somewhere, didn't you? And so
I
that's why you
did,
ended up buying the
yeah.
second one. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little toy shop in town here, Full Circle Toys, and we were just in there. I think Emery had some shit he wanted to trade in for store credit, and they usually have like a little horror section with pops and shit like that. And I went over there, and there they were, and I fucking shit my pants. I was like, oh my god! But I had to tell myself and tell Stephanie and everybody, I've already bought these. I can't, I can't.
But it's different. It's a
I know
different feeling when you come across it like
it is
in
in the wild.
person.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you're just like, ah, I do that all the time. Like today, I always come across like I said, I was just looking at the used Blu-rays and stuff, and I came across a used Blu-ray of the Night of the Living Dead Criterion Blu-ray, which I have 2 copies of already.
yeah.
But still, I was looking, and I was like, ah, there was that part of me that was just like, I need to buy this. I still need to
Oh
buy
yeah.
this, but I
Oh yeah.
didn't. So,
You see it.
um,
It's like what was that movie with Mel Gibson in it? Conspiracy Theory, where is it Catcher in the Rye? What's the book that
I
he
don't know. I
sees?
never saw that.
He buy every time he sees it, he buys it. It's like a compulsion, like an OCD. He's got like his whole apartment is full of this fucking book. It's like that. It's like that for us. Like you see it, and it's like,
That's
oh my
yeah.
god.
That's
Well,
kind
I
of
have
what it is.
20 copies of Night of the Living Dead on VHS, and I'm still going. It's because there's just you can never not buy them.
Yeah, it's a weird, but it's just one of those things. It's like you're just not used to seeing it out in the wild like that, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Steven says if you actually open the Bub figure and know someone who has a 3D printer, you could make a Salem's Lot book for him.
That's true. You
It's a
could.
good point.
Yeah,
Synth does a little 3D printing, or
it does.
Dan Lowry. I know Daniel Lowry does a lot of 3D printing and shit.
It does.
Hit him up. Michelle saying it was the accessories with these figures that got me. I'm going to have to bring an empty suitcase with me in June to bring back all the stuff I ordered at Dave's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, shipping to Canada is not the easiest thing, so it's probably easier to do that. But yeah, I'm kind of with you on that, man. It's like the accessories to me are like the cool, because like I said, it's creative. It adds a little extra to the figure. Like the figures themselves are cool, but the little extras that come with it, like just the little callbacks to the movie like that, or or what's most impressive about those things to me.
I agree 100%. Yeah, they're really fucking cool. And just the detail in the newspaper, I think it just fucking blew my mind. So, really cool shit.
Yeah,
And
yeah, stumped me on the Bowman Beach thing. Yeah, I didn't even put that together.
and Michelle, I know you're bringing a suitcase with you. This is one of the things I'm throwing in your pile. I got an extra copy of The Visitor on 4K that I'm going to send your way.
Wow.
So, that's for you cuz I know we talked about it. This is a fucking wonky ass movie filmed in Atlanta. Um, it's Italian, very Italian, but filmed in Atlanta, and just some wonky off the wall shit. Just really crazy
I've
stuff.
never seen that. Who made that movie?
God damn, what was his name? And there's a really funny story behind the making of that film too, because I think the producer wanted out, and the director was in with the mafia or some shit, and like they
Sounds
pressured him
sounds
out.
all right.
There's some weird, crazy stuff around it, but I can't remember the dude's name. It's something weird. Hold on, I got the poster on my ceiling.
Yeah, Matt is one of those guys that has posters on the ceiling, guys. Just to show you what kind of collector Matt is. Like he's got so much shit, he has to start putting shit on the ceiling.
We'll look at it
Which
tonight.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Michael J. Paradise was his name. And some weird. It's not. I don't think that's his real name.
Yeah, that sounds fake.
Yeah, it's fake as shit.
Sounds like a porno name more than anything. Michael J. Paradise. Time to go to paradise, baby. Steven says, I'm sorry, but the mold for Sarah just isn't good. I wrote previously, it looks like Scarlet from the G.I. Joe figures from the 80s.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of molds not really looking that great. What do you think of the new Savini bust?
I when I saw it, like I was like, yeah, I can skip that, because to me it doesn't look like Savini at all.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Like maybe like. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. So
Yeah, I showed it to Stephanie. I was like, I didn't tell her. I was like, who is this? And I showed it because she knows Savini. She's met Savini. Every time I've met Savini, she's been with me.
oh yeah,
And I was like, who is this? And she goes, I don't know. I have no idea. I was like, think really hard. And she was like, I can't.
That's a
I can't
bad
tell.
sign when you have to think
Yeah,
really hard about, who the hell something is.
yeah. And when I told
Uh,
her it was Savini, she was like, "No way, that's not." And that's been sort of the universal. So, and I'm not saying that to offend anybody or whoever created that. Just to me, it doesn't look like Savini. So, you know,
yeah. Because it wasn't like, because Chris Stavrakis did the George bust, the one that's at the
yeah,
mall, and that looks
perfect,
exactly like
spot
George.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who did the sculpt on that Savini,
I do not.
or
I don't know if anybody in the chat knows, but no, I don't. I don't know who did that. I went to the website and I think I even put it in the cart and I was like, it's $50 and I know it's like twice the size of the George bust.
yeah,
Um,
it's a little bigger.
I couldn't pull the trigger because I'm just like this doesn't look like Savini to me, so I skipped it. So
I'm trying to find a picture of it, but I can't even find a picture of it anywhere.
yeah, it was all over the
But
Living Dead weekend.
yeah, and
Uh,
Jace just did a video on it on
yeah,
Thursday showing it
he
off,
did.
which he was showing. He put it next to the George bust, and he also has one that's like Peter and has a couple of zombies. That thing is fucking beautiful. Did you see that one?
Oh,
It's got
yeah,
Peter. I think it's got the nurse zombie, and I can't remember. There's a couple of
yeah,
zombies behind him on that, but I was like, man, that is fucking awesome.
yeah, and it's good. He's like Peter's holding the M16 or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Dude, Jace. Like I said, I'm no Jace Whitman. I'm no Matt Blasey. I've got some shit back here, but like that dude, he's got everything, and he's got shit I've never even thought of or heard of before.
yeah.
So I mean, he constantly. I mean, he's got a whole show every Thursday just to show off one
Weekly,
thing
yeah,
weekly. That's what I'm
weekly.
saying.
It's just
Like
like, oh, I just got this, and it's always crazy shit that like I've never knew existed. Most of the time, I'm just
yeah,
like, wow, that's
yeah,
pretty fucking awesome.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, the Savini bust, God bless him, but yeah, no, I just wasn't a big fan of that one.
yeah. All good.
Um,
Skipping.
yeah, another little nugget of trivia there about the Bowman Beach. We're all learning stuff here tonight.
Yeah, cool. Glad I could contribute.
Steven says Rhodes and zombie figures are great. Sarah, not so much. Kind of agree with
Yeah,
that. Satan saying his favorites, Dr. Tongue. Yeah.
yeah,
Jeff saying, yeah, they sold out first run. Everyone's having to reorder them again. That's great. Hopefully they'll make more different cast members. Yeah, I would love that. They kept it going and did, a Steele and a Rickles and John and a Billy next. Or even
I
like
was
a
thinking.
Beef Treats or.
Yeah, I thought it would be cool if they could get the rights to somehow do some Dawn figures because I feel like besides some of the molds, like I think they did a really good job. And every Dawn of the Dead figure that we get, it's always the airport zombie or it's Flyboy or whatever. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Matt and Eric talked about this several years ago too, when like the airport zombie bust came out through Trick or Treat Studios. Like, I would love to see a nurse zombie, or give me fucking Jay Stover stumbling around with an
Yeah.
M16. Like, give me
Yeah.
that shit. I would buy that in a heartbeat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I feel like they're kind of headed in that direction with this kind of stuff. I feel like that would be something really cool that would really sell. You know?
I think we'll have a better chance of that. I don't know what the likeness rights are when it comes to that stuff. I know, Rubenstein owns Dawn and all that, and I think we'll probably have more of a chance of getting more Dawn stuff figure wise,
Yeah.
once Richard's no longer in charge of it. But in terms of like the others, I wish they did the Harry Krishna zombie, the NECA figure for Harry Krishna zombie, and they did the mask. Trick or Treat Studios did the mask as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Nurse Zombie, Sweater Zombie, Jay Stover. I remember at one point, and he's no longer with us, but when Frank Sorreo was doing cons back in the day, he had his own figure at one point. I remember Will telling me about that
He
because he
did.
actually met him
Yeah.
back in the day. And I remember
Yeah.
seeing
I've
that in a
seen that.
photo and thinking like, man, I would love to have that. So I
That would
don't
be
know.
cool. Yeah, that'd be cool as shit.
Helicopter zombie. We've seen a few more helicopter Jim Crut stuff here recently.
Yeah.
I know the
He had
distinctive
his
dummies. He had
yeah.
one.
And there was a
Um,
bus too, right? Wasn't there a bus
yeah,
recently? I know he
yeah.
yeah.
And then there was the machete zombie. Lenny Lee's had a bust. I can't remember who did that one, but There's a few, but yeah, it's always when it, especially figures, it's always Airport Zombie and Flyboy, which I love those for sure. But it's like,
We got enough
you
of
know,
them, man.
yeah, it's what else can you do with that?
Yeah.
Um, and he's saying the rubber chicken is missing. That's true. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd been funny. Big ass M16 as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Grant says I started to sell my Don VHS the other day on eBay. I don't know why. Sometimes I freak out about having too much stuff. Which VHS is it? I'll buy it from you. There's a couple. There's actually a couple of Don VHSs I don't have actually.
What are you missing? Do you know off the top of your head?
I can look. Some of the older, like with the Thornium Eye covers. I have the Thornium Eye version, but I don't have any of the like Republic or the HBO versions of those.
Republic
And I don't
Games with
have
what was in the corner of the cover with the basement zombie that said
yeah,
natural corpse?
Yeah. I don't have any of those.
Yeah.
So I don't have those. And the original, the very first VHS release that Anchor Bay did, I don't have that one either. But I do have, I think everything else I have over there. But the director's cuts, both of the two tape, I have that one.
Yeah.
The LGBTQ Pride, was that what we called it? The Pride version?
Yeah, the Pride versions.
the rainbow versions. Frankie says Toy Store near me has them for 120, so I'll probably get them tomorrow. Maybe there you go.
Yeah. Snap them up, dude, because they're going fast everywhere else. If you see somewhere that's got them, grab them.
Yeah. Michelle saying, "Woo, I'm excited. I've been wanting to see that since we talked about it." There you go, and you get it in 4K. Matt doesn't fuck around. He's not gonna give you some old bootleg DVD or anything. Here's a brand new 4K from Arrow Video. Enjoy. Fat Pig the Conqueror says the Visitor has a great soundtrack. Who did the soundtrack on that? Do you know off the top of your head?
Couldn't even tell you, but it's just as wonky as the film itself. It's beautiful, but another crazy Italian. Fuck, I can't remember who did it. It's really good though.
Visitor with John Carradine, crazy movie finale. Is John Carradine in it?
Oh yeah. Lance Henriksen. God, who else? Who's the dude that played Django? Franco Nero.
Franco Nero, yeah.
He plays Jesus. So if that gives you any hint of how fucking weird this movie is.
It's not, we've been talking a lot about Jesus tonight, and it's like a running theme. The other night, on the Dead Pit stream, they had Felsher on, and they were talking about some of the stuff from Anchor Bay back in the day. And at one point, Anchor Bay put out a DVD. It was like a box set DVD, and it was an animated Passion of the Christ for the whole family. And at one point, Anchor Bay had a contract. They were going to do actual action figures, like Bible-themed action figures. Literal, and he was talking, he was like, and what they showed, the proto, they never came out, but we did see the prototypes. And one of the prototypes was a Jesus action figure, looked just like Jesus. And then it had all the figures had accessories that came with the action figures. And I died laughing when he said this. He said the Jesus action figure came with a crossbow.
Oh.
And I was like, he's like, I don't remember that in the Bible. I don't remember the part in the Bible where Jesus whips out his crossbow, and I was like,
that was not in there.
But it's like the perfect weapon for a Jesus action figure is a crossbow. It's like, hey, get it,
badass.
Yeah.
Little nod there. I get it.
I was like, that's my new favorite Ministry song. Jesus has a crossbow.
Jesus shot my crossbow.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, Matt's got the posters on the ceiling. I have some on mine too, but I have like a slanted ceiling, so it kind of works. And I just don't have a lot of wall space up here.
I use command strip, so I command strip the shit out of them. So like all four corners, the middle of the tops, and the middle of the sides. Like, I mean, it's cost me a lot of money to get those on the ceiling, but hey, it works.
Yeah, I've been through. I get the whole roll of like the command strip, the
Yeah.
sticky, the whole roll of it, and I just go all the way around the frame, and luckily I have no issues with it. So, but for a while there, it was like a real trial and error thing. You get them up there, and you're like, oh, it's great, and then all of a sudden,
Oh
down they
yeah.
come. I'm just like, ah, shit.
I had one fall over here one time, and it fucking swung into my shelf and broke one of the
Oh,
prongs on this on one of the spheres. So one of these is super glued in. So, but
uh,
I learned my lesson. That's after that I like reinforced everything. I've got like a whole
yeah.
method that I do to keep them up there. So, but yeah,
Yeah, I had a real anxiety about that because I have some just like right over a bunch of like really fragile shit over there, like the Hawthorne Village Dawn of the Dead
yeah,
stuff over there. That stuff, if you breathe on it too hard, it'll break. Like that's why
oh
it's
yeah,
so hard to find those now that aren't missing pieces or broken, is because any little wrong movement with those things, one of the fucking light posts breaks off, or the helicopter that comes with it, they're so fucking fragile.
yeah,
Um, yeah, yeah. So I fear all the time about the posters above it. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't know.
yeah.
Um, uh, let's see. All right, what else you got, man? What else you got to show off? We'll hit
I'll
some of the
show
other
off
stuff
a
now.
yeah. I'll before we head to the back, I'll show off a couple of odds and ends here and there. A couple of special pieces.
Okay.
Before I get into that, I want to show off a newer thing that I've grabbed recently. So I guess back in the 70s, something like 77, 78, Night of the Living Dead was re-released into the theaters, and they reissued the original poster, but instead of green, it was red. So I came
Mm-hmm.
across one of those recently, got it framed, 27 by 41, and it's in pretty decent shape. But I wanted to show that off because I think it's fucking cool. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty badass.
Yeah, the guy that was selling them, I guess he came across because I saw that on eBay and I missed out on it, but I guess he came across like a whole stack of those and he sold them all pretty fucking fast.
Yeah, I
Um,
think from my understanding, which is the case a lot of times, is that people will find these unused, rolled up somewhere in a basement or whatever, um, and they just give them away or they just sell them. So that, there's a whole fucking tube of them for like, I think my Dawn video poster was the same way. Like they
mm,
just found them unused, rolled up somewhere, and here, just fucking sell them. So, but yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. That's as close as I can get at the moment to an original Night poster. So,
yeah, yeah,
you
that's as
know,
far as I could go too. I see some of those original posters pop up. I know I think Larry has a couple of them actually, and yeah, they pretty pricey.
yeah, I think my buddy Byron had one years ago, and I think he said he sold his for like $1,000 or something like that. And I mean, they go for a lot of money. Which I
Damn.
personally, I don't give a shit how fucking tight I am or how hard up I am. That's something I would never get rid of. I've made that mistake a couple of times, and that's why I've got so much shit now. Is because I will never let it go again. Never, never letting this shit go. So, but yeah, now the challenge is finding somewhere to put this because as you see, this is not something I'm going to put on the ceiling. Like this is something I've got to have somewhere, sort of
Hmm.
displayed and featured somewhere. So I don't know. We'll figure it out.
You make room somewhere. You know, start putting them on the floor. You know, somehow work that
Yeah.
into your floor at some point. Um,
So
yeah, it is a really cool poster. I love the whole red concept though. I wonder what the story behind that was when they re-released it instead of just like, just put it all in red, give it a red tint.
I don't
You know.
know. Yeah, I couldn't find a lot of information about it. So all that I could see, I found like a radio ad broadcast where somebody was talking about the re-release, but online the only thing that I could find was the release year, which was 1978. So I couldn't find anything else about it.
Hmm.
But yeah, still pretty cool. And it's got, I didn't realize that either. It's got 1978 Image 10 copyright on the bottom. So pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Granny says, how much did you pay? If you don't mind me asking.
$100, about $100. Not too
It's
bad.
a it's a fucking steal. That's why I said when I was looking, because you sent it, you were like, man, this dude's got a bunch of these, hop on him. I was looking at him. It's one of those things I was looking at, I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, man. I'll come back to it. And it's like by the time I got back, I was like, yeah, it's over.
Gone.
They're all
Gone
gone.
forever. Yeah.
Um, Jeff says, I wonder if anyone has the Mylar version of the night poster that they sold at the Zombie Jamboree back in '93. I think Larry has one that
Larry does. Yeah,
I
Larry
think
absolutely
Larry's.
does.
Yeah, I think he's been trying to sell it. So,
Mhm.
Jeff, if you might want to hit up Larry on that one.
Jace may have one too. I'm not sure. I think I remember him.
Probably. Let's
Yeah,
just
I think
assume that
right.
Jace has one.
He's got it. I know he
Let's
does.
just assume. Steven says, I love vintage posters, but the price is generally so high. I'll stick to the reproductions. Thank you. How do
Yeah,
you
I
feel?
agree.
What are your thoughts on reproductions versus originals, especially when it comes to signatures?
So typically, I stray away from reproductions, but I will say, and I'll show you here in just a little bit. There was a company in the early 2000s called High Res Designs, and they put out some of the best quality reproductions I've ever seen in my life. I wish that I'd bought more. But typically, when you see a reproduction, you can tell the text is blurry. There's something
Mm-hmm.
wrong with the image. You can tell that it's a reproduction. These were fucking flawless. And
Mm.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if they got sued. I don't know if some, but they fucking vanished. And then I can't even. God, I wish I had something I could show you. They had like all these different variations of original Romero posters, um, like the UK quads and stuff. They had reproductions of all those, but they're all
Mm-hmm.
true to size. Like I've got a night. You know when you go in the Living Dead Museum and you get to the Night of the Living Dead corner, they have that red Night of the Living Dead poster.
Mm-hmm.
It's that one, and I'm pretty sure that's probably the high res poster that they have in the museum there, the high res designs reproduction.
Hmm.
Because I don't think that they actually made an original of this, but if they did, the reproduction looks exactly like it, and it's 27 by 41, just like an original one sheet would have been back then. And then I've got the Japanese Laserdisc poster um, reproduction. It's the one that I get all my autographs on for Dawn. So like the original Dawn back here that I have that I got from Larry, I will not get any signatures on. I'm keeping that clean. Something like this, I'll collect signatures on. I kind of made that mistake with my day poster back here. This is the more rare coming soon Day of the Dead
Mm-hmm.
poster. And I mean, it's got signatures fucking all over it, which I'm glad because that one means something really special to me. But if I could go back, I would probably keep this one clean and then maybe get another one, start on something else. So I'm not
Yeah.
opposed to reproductions if they're well done. They have to be well done though. Like I've got a couple that, like I said, you could really see the smudging and like the blurring of the text. It throws me off. It's going in the trash. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to signature, like my green letter Dawn, that's when I get I get signatures on that one, and I kind of wish I hadn't now. I'm just like, I should have just kept that one clean. But it's got George's signature on it. It's got, I try to keep it to like the main. It's the poster that if I ever meet, Richard Rubenstein or Dario or people like that, that's who I get to sign that. And then like all the like, the zombies and secondary cast members and stuff. I just go with this poster here, the poster book
Poster book.
poster.
Yeah.
I think that works perfectly for that. Yeah, Larry says he has two of the Night of the Living Dead Mylar posters, and he does have one for sale. So there you go, Jeff.
Yeah.
He says, yeah, dude, I have one or two of those high res ones. Wish I had a lot more.
Man.
They made so many cool posters around 2005, 2008 or so.
Yeah, they did. Dude, I wish that I would have they were 20 bucks. 20 bucks for this beautiful reproduction, and I wish that I jumped on more.
Mm.
If you go to who runs the or he Daz runs the WGON website, right? Like he's always run that. Is Larry a part of that too?
Um,
You know, I'm talking about the old school WGON website, the Dawn of the Dead website that Daz ran. If you go there, there's a section of posters where he lists all the different types of posters, and there are some photos of the high res design posters on that website. You can still go see them now.
Hmm.
I mean, dude, just some fucking killer designs that I wish that I would have snapped up, but they're long gone now. So, like I said, I don't know if they got sued or what happened, but they just vanished. I got a kick-ass Reanimator reproduction from them too. So,
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Do you ever come across any of those on eBay or anything?
no, I haven't seen one in years. Yeah,
It's interesting.
if I do, I'm grabbing it up. So,
All right. What else you got?
all right. So I'm glad Larry's here because I want to show off this next thing, and this one is special to me because it's an item that I had when I was a kid. I think my mom bought it for me when I was like 12 or 13. And my parents split up when I was 17. And when they split, somewhere in the move, I lost this. So luckily, he was cool. He's had these for sale for a while. I was able to snap them up from him. But they are I got a really cool frame for him too. This is the 1993 Imagine on set, candid, behind the scenes trading cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, and two of them are signed. So you see Carl Hardman and Marilyn Eastman there.
Nice.
So really great memories of having these when I was younger, and I've been searching for a full set for years. You can find them on eBay right now. There's like, dude, that glare is killing me. I'm sorry.
You're good.
It sucks. But I've been trying for years to find them, like a good full set. And from my understanding, they sold these, I guess, around, was it Zombie Jamboree? They sold these that it had both Judy's. I think it had Keith Wayne's autograph in them too. I think they sold them with autographs. Like, I think they sold them without autographs and some of them with autographs. But you can find more of the ones with Carl and Marilyn Eastman on them now, more than you can the other ones. Like, it's really rare to find a Keith Wayne one. So
yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody's loving your showmanship here, and yeah, that's the thing about Matt too. Like, Matt knows how to display some shit. Like, it's always going to look good.
I try, man. I try. Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, matted and everything. So I had to get him in. He was cool enough to hold on. I meant to buy him last year, and I never did. So, but this one really meant a lot to me. So, you can buy shit on eBay just to have it, but you can also buy things from friends that mean something. So this really means something special to me. So, which is kind of, I feel like this is a lot of what we do. Like, I'm constantly chasing this feeling that I had when I was a kid. You know what I mean? That's really what this is, what it boils down to.
Oh yeah.
So, so rediscovering some of this stuff and finding it years later it's really, really special. So that's a good one. That's a big one to me.
That's awesome. Satan wants to know what year the cards came out. Probably 93, right? 93, it was right around the time Zombie Jamboree. Larry saying right around Zombie Jamboree.
Johnny Martyr. You ever heard of that guy? I know he was on the Nightcast stuff a while back, but he's got a website where he's huge into the cards. Like, he's got all the different sets, and he's like extremely knowledgeable about all of it. He's got a whole website dedicated to just the cards where you can go in and see the different sets and when they were made and the different stories.
Yeah,
behind all
I remember watching that episode. It was pretty interesting. I have I don't have a lot of the cards. I don't have any of those. I still have I have a sealed, when they did the deck of Dawn of the Dead cards back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I bought two of those. I still have one sealed, and then one I used for years and years and years when we would play King's Cup. Have you ever played King's Cup? Or are they something they call it Ring of Fire, drinking game? We'd all get together and play. You pull a card, and the card means you gotta, you do something, or you drink, or so and so drinks, or you gotta chug, or and there's a cup in the middle of the cards, and then in the cup if you draw the Joker, Ace of Spades, whatever it was, you have to pour a little bit of whatever you're drinking into the cup, and whoever pulls the last card has to chug whatever. So you could have somebody drinking a whiskey sour, you could have somebody drinking a Guinness, you could have somebody drinking, margarita, And you all pour it a little bit into this cup, and it was the nastiest. It was the worst punishment. But yeah, I always used those cards. So you'd pull the card, and it'd be like fucking, Genie's face getting blown off, and it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay,
Now, the only drinking games that I played were whoever passed out first got either flour on their fucking face or they got an ass crack on their face. Those are the only drinking games that I played. Do not pass out around me if you're drinking. My friend John used to joke all the time because they called it antiquing. I think we got it from Jackass or something, but you take a handful of flour and you slap it on their fucking face. And he was like, the next morning, he was like, God damn, dude, you made bread in my ear. I was like, sorry, don't fucking pass out, dude.
Yeah, never did that. We were, I was always pretty, like, if you had to go to sleep, you had to go to sleep. I wasn't gonna fuck with you.
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
wouldn't do that now, but back then I didn't give a shit. Things were different.
Back in the day, you wake up with a dick in your face, and
Yeah.
Jeff's saying those are great. I have them. Love the way you framed them, Matt. Well done. Yes, both ways. Yeah. King's Cup, man, that was a fun game, man. That was like the most popular game when I was in my 20s. Like, and that would get you, that and beer pong. That would get you fucked up really, really fast. It was a dangerous game back in the day. Luckily, I was young and spry and could handle myself. Jeff says the wax pack versions of the from Fright Rags are awesome as well with Night and Dawn. Yeah, I've seen those. I saw somebody selling a whole collection of those on eBay here recently for pretty cheap. And I was thinking about putting a bid on, but we'll exit that. All right, what else you got?
All right. So if you want to pull up some photos, I guess I'm going to show the gas mask. So if you got
all right,
Ken and Scott and all that, so I'll show this off. This is a U.S. Navy Mark IV diaphragm gas mask. So this is the type of gas mask that they used in Dawn of the Dead, and
that looks so cool.
Yeah, it's fucking cool as shit, dude. And
thing.
I got this mold, the dummy head that it's on from Amazon, super cheap years ago.
I was gonna say it looks like I can see eyes in that.
Yeah, you can. They're in there. So, but these masks were produced, I think, in 1943 or 1944. They're World War II era gas masks, and these were the ones that were used in the film. So, I would highly, and also I got them signed by Scott and Ken there. Those are the only two guys I'm going to get signing them. Yeah, that's Scott signing it right after he fucking told me to hold on for a minute. So two stories.
Wait.
Two stories about this. So
okay.
Which I've told this one before, but I finally got to meet Scott. It's the first time I'd ever met him. I wasn't super nervous. I was pretty comfortable, but this is my hero. Like, this is one of the dudes I've been waiting to meet for years and years and years and years. And I get in line and I've got a whole box full of shit. This big, heavy fucking thing I've got in a box, and I've got a poster, and I went to go like sit it down on the table to get ready for him to sign it. And I guess he was talking to a guy in front of me that he was still dealing with, and his handler was next to him. But I think he thought I was trying to like encroach a little bit. So he stopped the conversation and looked at me, and he was like, 1 second, hold on, wait. Like, and I was like, oh no, fuck, man, don't ruin
You made
this.
the wrong move.
Oh man, I fucked up already. But it was cool. It was a misunderstanding. There was no hard feelings or anything. I think I even apologized to him and sort of explained myself, like, hey, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to shove over here. I was just trying to put this down because it's really heavy. You see why? I mean, it is. It's pretty heavy. The mask itself is heavy. I don't know why it was designed this way, to have the filter in the back. From what I was reading, it was kind of cumbersome to have that filter behind their heads like that. But it's a universal mask. I think that's what the U stands for here. But yeah, it's fucking cool. Now, I will say this: I do not recommend, if you get one of these. I know some people in the chat have actually done this. I do not recommend putting one on and breathing through it, and I'll tell you why. Any filter that's on a gas mask that was made before the 80s is full of asbestos. So if you do, at your own risk,
It's
but
your funeral.
I would not do it. You're talking about some shit that could pop up years later. Um, so what I did, because I had to put it on, right? I sealed the insides with caulk. I caulked them. I caulked the. You can't see them here because I've got tape covering it now, but there's like some ventilation. Yeah, you see there, some
There you
ventilation
go.
here that I filled with caulk. Um, that way,
Watch your mouth, Matt. Jesus Christ, this is a
hey
family
man,
show.
hey man, I love
We
caulk.
don't,
I love
we
caulk. I'm sorry, I love using caulk.
There's a sound clip. There's a sound clip.
Hey, quote that
Clip
shit.
it.
That's going to be a short tomorrow morning. I know it already. The same with
Oh
me
yeah.
saying, "I hate Goblin," right?
I hate Goblin and
Anyway,
I love caulk.
fuck Goblin and I love cock. So, but
Perfect.
anyway,
Clip it.
yeah.
All right.
So that's the story with Scott. Now, when I met Ken and got Ken to sign this, yeah, there you go, fucking nerdy looking ass. And I got to say something else about Ken too. Like when we talk, that dude is joking and smiling and laughing. I've taken 2 pictures with him, and every time I take a picture with him, it's just like something changes and he just goes deadpan.
He gets dead serious. Yeah.
He gets dead serious. So I'm gonna get him to smile one day, maybe in June. But so I get to the table, we're having a good conversation. I got him to sign it, and he was like, man, this is really cool. And I was like, yeah, I know, right? He was like, yeah. He's like, I don't even have one of these. And I was like, okay. And he was like, I would like to have one of these. And I was like, cool. All right, thanks.
Good luck.
No. And then we took this photo. So that may be why he's not smiling so much. So
He's pissed
but
you wouldn't give it to him.
I do have an extra, and I thought about. I'll show you in just a little bit. I thought about actually gifting it to him, but I removed the filter off of it so that I could wear it. I actually wore it for Halloween a couple of years ago with Emery.
Yeah, I was wondering about that
Um,
because I remember seeing a picture of you and Halloween with the whole SWAT get up and everything.
yeah, the whole get up. So I will say this, and I'm thinking about it because somebody brought this up in the chat a minute ago. We haven't announced it yet, but Jim
Yeah,
Baffico got announced for Living Dead Weekend. I'm thinking about getting him to sign this, and if John Rice shows up, maybe him too. Um,
that's what I was gonna say. It actually, I was gonna say like I was gonna ask you how hard those are to find because I kind of want to steal your idea and do the same thing.
I don't think that they're super difficult. You can find some of them that are like still in their packaging for I don't know, $60 maybe. I don't know. It's been a couple years since I bought this one. It's been like 5 years. So I think I got this one and it's fully intact and everything. It came with the I don't think it was in the bag, but I think it has some sort of diaphragm cover or something. I can't remember. But I think
Hmm.
I want to say I paid like $50 for it, maybe $40, which isn't
Oh
it's
shit!
not that bad.
No,
It's
hell yeah, I'd pay that for it. Especially
yeah.
because yeah, I mean, just dude, getting it signed by those guys is especially now that Bafko's going to be there. Like that would be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Um, to get all those guys to sign one. So
Yeah.
I think that's a I think you're right on track with that idea for sure.
Yeah, may do
Um,
it. May do it.
but yeah, I'm excited that Jim's going to be there for sure. That's one of my we've talked about it. That's one of my guys. It's just like I got to meet him at least once. You
It's a
know,
big one.
just
Yeah.
it is. Um,
It's a big one.
um, yeah, everybody talking about putting the caulk in your mouth. Yeah, yeah, we all. Larry says, "Yep, I've worn mine before, so heard about the asbestos. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we're all doing as best as we can. You know, that's all I can say. Hey,
Man, that was good. That was
hold
good.
on, hold on. Do I have a sound bite here or something? Nah, I got rid of it. Never mind. I used to have a rim shot thing I never used, and I got rid of it. That'd have been the perfect fucking spot for it.
That's
Um,
funny.
Steven says, "There's your ultimate drinking game. The loser has to breathe through the gas mask. There you go. Bring it to Living Dead Weekend. We'll have a drinking game, and loser has to just wear it for a certain period of time. I think that's exciting. You know, we're talking about getting old and falling apart. That speed up the process a little bit. You
Oh
know.
yeah. There you go.
Um, but yeah, very cool. Very cool. What else you got?
I'll grab this one out of the back before we head back. Okay.
That's what he beats his dogs with. Uh-oh.
This is what I beat my wife with.
Dogs are fine. The dogs are fine. There's another clip. I
would
love
never
talking.
beat
I
my
beat my
dogs.
wife with this.
I would never beat my dogs, but my
How
wife.
dare you?
I'm kidding. Dude, if she heard me say that, she would fucking kill me.
Oh yeah.
Don't turn
believe
that to a clip. I'm just kidding. Do whatever you want. But so this, and it's kind of, I don't know, try to articulate this correctly. This was acquired. So this is from the Harold Brown Memorial Field Airport office building that you see in the film. And there's the scene where Ken comes in and he's clearing the office, and right when he turns that corner, where the coffee machine is, and he's kind of pointing his M16 in that room there.
Mm-hmm.
This is the door molding above his head. So, and you can actually see. Do you have that photo I sent you?
I'm looking for it. Where did you send it? I didn't see it in the.
I think I texted it to you.
That's what I thought. I'm looking for it. I don't see it.
Oh, either way. So, but yeah, this is from.
Oh,
the
here it
airport.
is. Hang on.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll get it pulled up here in just a second.
Okay. And when you do get it pulled up, you can actually kind of see. You see this the finish that's on it, how it's almost reflective. Almost looks like a bubbling or like a warbling right here. You can actually see that on film, and you can actually see this design in it here too. So, but
this is
for those of the, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to say this is part of the vandalism of the airport that we all partook in.
Well, and I sent you a couple of photos, right?
Yeah.
So, and you'll understand why. So this is not where this.
This is what it looked like.
This is what the whole office looked like. So you can see, I mean, people had been in there and they'd been kicking in the walls. I mean, the glass was completely busted out. It looks like somebody had been body slammed into the fucking sheetrock through the whole building. The place was covered in black mold. The door was kicked open. And I decided, and some other people decided to remove some things that were there to preserve them. So,
if that's what you want to call it. Some people, I think, some people just went in there to fucking destroy the place. I think
they did, and that's what scared me, and that's why I decided to take this, was because I was like, look, I've got to keep a piece of this, whether it wants to go in the museum, whatever. I don't give a shit. It just needs to be preserved. Even if it's just a sliver, right? I mean, you can see the damage that was done there. So yeah, so right above Ken's head there, that's this piece here. So
it's awesome.
And so we went one night, and on the helicopter landing pad there, you see the big light, you know what I'm talking about from the film?
Yeah.
It's like a big T-shaped light.
Mm-hmm.
So we went one night and it was there. We went the next day and it was laid down. And then we went the next day and it was gone. So I mean, people were just taking shit left and right. And
yeah, I think Larry knows who has that, actually.
He does. He does. And I know who's, and listen, I know who's got the frame around the office door where the kids.
Yeah, I mean, he's admitting it. He's admitting it.
He just admitted to it. He's got that. So, I don't feel so bad. We're all going to jail. But anyway,
it's not there anymore. It doesn't count.
Yeah. So that's a special piece. I've got some of the glass. Yeah, that's me and my son out there. So, and that's another thing too.
It breaks my heart, man, that's no longer out. That was my favorite location from Dawn. Like, I love the mall and all that, but there's just something about that airport. I think it's just the serenity of being out there. It's so quiet. It's, you know, and it's just like everything looks almost exactly. I mean, it's older and shit, but it looked pretty much exactly how it looked in the movie. It was like you were there. And yeah, it just broke my heart that year that I remember I ran into you at the mall and we talked about it. It was like literally the week before Living Dead weekend. they tore it down. It was like they
Yeah.
saw us coming and they were just like, all right, we got to get this shit out of here before they start showing up again.
Yeah.
Which I think somebody like started a fire or something in there at one point,
Yeah.
and
It
I
caught
don't think it was
fire.
any of us. I think it's probably like kids or something from the neighborhood because there's a neighborhood right next to it.
Yeah. So what I kind of pieced together, because we were out. Yeah, that's I think that's the last photo that I took of it. And that's another thing too, man. Is like I think that's why it was so special to me being out there. Was it was just so beautiful and peaceful and tranquil, and like my kid was out there like playing in the grass, and nobody else around, and
mm-hmm.
we had this piece of cinema history all to ourselves for a little while. And places like this and places like the mall, they sort of transcend that fandom into something else. You know what I mean? Like it's more than just a filming location. It turns into, a real place that means something.
Yeah.
And because this was, we'd been here several times, 3 or 4 years in a row. We'd come here, and just to hang out. And we'd walk the hangars down there. And like I said, my kid would run around out there and run up and down through the fields and stuff and just be wide open and free after being stuck in a car for days. And
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
it was just a special place. So I this is mine because I wanted to keep it safe because you see what happened to it. So um,
Yeah. I
yeah,
have so many like so many fun memories of taking stuff out there. Like that year that me and Will were out there for hours trying to get the fucking sign off that fence. We went
yeah,
to the fucking hardware store, like we were buying tools, and it was just like sweating, we were bleeding. It was a fucking ordeal, but we finally fucking got it.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but yeah, yeah, I it broke my heart that I missed that because there's just something about it, man. That's what inspired me to finally make the trip to the mall in Monroeville Living Dead weekend in 2021 is when I started hearing the rumors that it had been sold and that it was going to be torn down soon. I was like, well, I got to get out there and see that airport before it gets torn down. And now we're at a
oh
point
yeah,
now where it's like, well, now the mall has been sold and it's going to be torn down soon. And it's just like,
it
Jesus
is.
Christ, there's gonna be nothing left. There's nothing. There's nowhere to go anymore if you're a Dawn of the Dead fan.
Yeah.
It feels like.
Well,
Um,
but there will be, and that's something I'm working on. I'm putting a video together about the mall, and it's sort of like a long form video essay about the spirit of the mall and why it means so much to so many people. Um, which I'm almost done with it. I'll it'll be up in a little while, but
yeah, I know you've been
just
working on that for a while. I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with.
yeah,
I'm excited.
yeah. Yeah, still, I've gotten some footage from different people and putting some thoughts together and sort of kind of getting into the psychology behind, why we love this place so much and how it's more than just a filming location, how it's turned into sort of this, um, you know, gathering spot for people and the
Mm-hmm.
history behind them all and the Ice Palace and all the memories that were made there and the people whose parents met each other at working at the Gibbles together and shit like that and how there's real meaning to a place and how that sort of contributes to the spirit of a place and
Yeah, I mean
the air.
that's that for like it just to me. I mean, yeah, I'm a Dawn of the Dead fan. I'm a fan of the mall and all that. But even for people that are just local to Monroeville, like the mall was kind of that's the centerpiece of that town, and that's going away. And it's like there's nothing left. It doesn't feel like there's gonna be anything left to. Yeah, that I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's gonna be anything left over from Monroeville back in the day. You know what it feels like.
Yeah,
You know what I mean. It's just like okay, well now it's a Walmart, and it's just like oh okay, well it's like
yeah,
like every other town. Great, all right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
I mean, it's been there since the '60s. I mean, it's been a
mm-hmm.
staple of the community and that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It's been a part of people's lives beyond just a filming location. You know,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a really sad day. So yeah, so and the airport, I guess that's what I was getting at. Is the airport is sort of the same thing. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it meant more to people, um, but we'll still be able to celebrate after this. The mall might be gone, but it'll still be there. You know what I mean? It'll be here.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Blake, what's going on, man? I don't know what your comment was, but I didn't see it, so maybe they did. I don't know what you said, but I didn't see a comment from you, my man. Michelle says I'm grateful I got to go before it was torn down. Yeah, the airport. They were saying at the time that we took those pieces, the airport was already sold and it was going to be demolished. So I don't think there's anything wrong with us taking things. That was my thought. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like they were going to rebuild it or reuse it for anything. It was just kind of there, which we knew it was going to be demolished and all that anyway. But it wasn't like we showed up with a sledgehammer or something and just started taking chunks out of the wall or anything. It was just like a little piece here and there, because it's just like it meant something. Jeff says I would have taken anything and everything I could have carried instead of it going into a fire. Yeah. Shit. After it was already demolished and stuff, me and Will were still out there just like going through the dirt and trying to find little pieces of the glass and little pieces of the brick and shit. So I got like a whole bag of just like pieces of the brick of the fucking airport that we just dug up like we were, archaeologists or something. We had our little brushes out there. We were just like, oh, is this? Yeah. Oh, you can see the paint. You can. We were like trying to match the paint and shit. Like, yeah, it was a whole thing.
Oh,
it's like Indiana Jones out there.
Yeah.
Hey, good to see you, Satan. Always good to see Satan in the house. Have a good night, my man.
We'll see you soon, I'm sure, Satan.
See you soon. All right, what else you got, my man?
I'll go through a couple of. Let's see, what else do I have? I'll go through a couple of things over here really quick, and then we'll go on a little field trip in just a minute. But
alrighty.
Not really a whole lot of sentimental value behind some of this stuff. There's a couple of things, but we'll just to kind of show off some of the collection. So I think you have one of these. I think this is pretty cool. It's a Hungry Wives.
Yeah, I love that thing.
Press kit or whatever you want to call it. So it's seen better days. It's not in best shape, but pretty cool stuff. It's got some really cool candid photos from the film in it. Pretty neat. Open it up. It's got some of the advertisement. I guess is this something that would be sent to like theaters or would be sent to magazines or newspapers or something to
I'm not sure.
Purchase ads.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It says free radio and TV spots, so it's definitely it sells material somewhat. But yeah. Hungry Wives.
So pretty cool.
Yeah, I ended up framing that one and putting it up on the wall because I just love looking at all the ads and shit so much. I was like, I got to get that up just so I can look at it every now and then.
And then I've got a Monkey Shines press kit, which these aren't terribly hard to find, but I thought it was pretty cool because it doesn't have my favorite photo of George in it, but it's got one of my favorite photos of George, and I don't know why I like it so much. It's like he looks stern, but he also looks anxious, which may be reflective of the time, that era of George where
probably
like, I don't really want to be doing this shit, but there's something about the photo.
Yeah, he's like, God damn, I'm working with a monkey on this movie. Oh shit.
Yeah, you don't really ever see him like this. You usually see George with the big glasses and or like the Dawn of the Dead era with the scarf and all that shit. Which obviously, that's probably my favorite. Like whenever I see photos of George, that's probably my favorite era is around that time.
Mm-hmm.
And Night
mine
too. Yeah. So, but yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I think you can find these for fairly cheap, maybe $30 on eBay or maybe even cheaper than that. So.
Yeah, I think I've seen that on eBay before. I think I may have it in my like watch list. Actually, I think I have one in my watch list. But yeah, I love press kits. I always love if you can find them, especially like if they're complete and have like the little write up and stuff. Yeah, like the biography and stuff.
Yeah. And of course, information. There's biographies of the producers and information like production information and like Peter Grunwald's biographies in here and stuff like that. So.
Well, that'd be interesting. I'd be interested in reading that actually.
Yeah,
I
it's
actually
cool,
don't
man.
know a ton about Peter Grunwald's history and backstory and stuff. So
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then I want to show this one off. And whenever I come across stuff like this, I always think of Paul, because I know how much he loves this shit, and he's gotten me into it recently too. So, um, and there may be other people that appreciate this, but this is and I think I sent you some photos, some snapshots, some screenshots from Dawn. Um,
oh yeah,
but
hang on.
certain scenes in the film, you can see this store in the background. Like there's a scene where Savini falls over the rail into the when Peter shoots him and he falls over the rail into the fountain. There, you can actually see this. There it is. So this is a shopping bag from Camera and Card, which
I
is
got to see
the
this.
yeah. So
Where
and
did
of
you
course
find
it's
that?
found on eBay, man. You find all this shit
Really?
on eBay. You just got to be quick. Like so when
I'm
I'm telling
super
you,
slow. I'm like, oh, I'll get to it. I'll get to it.
nah, man.
I'm
Like the person you got to look out for is Paul, because Paul, I think he's got Monroeville Mall saved as like a favorite on eBay or something like that.
oh
So
yeah, I'm
whenever
sure.
something pops up, he's already looking at it. He's already got it. So this has been sitting there for quite a while, and I got into a pretty cool conversation with the seller about this too. He was like, "Can I ask you why you bought this?" And I was like, "Yeah, because Monroeville Mall." And we got into this huge conversation about. It. He's like, "Oh, did you know that it sold and that it's?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know all about it, dude. We go up there every year." And um, so, but yeah, I
That's
was
our
like,
Disney World, sir.
"That's our Disney World. Like, you don't understand. This is something super
It's
special."
like that
So
conversation I had with the lady that I bought the skates from. She was just very curious about why a grown man had any interest in buying her, children's
right,
skates from the
why
70s.
would
I
you?
was like,
Why would you want that? Right. I mean,
well,
there's a deeper meaning. You put it up for sale, somebody's got to buy it, right? I mean, you know you're
yeah.
going to sell it, so. But but yeah, it's like again, it's a paper bag. It's
It
somebody
looks
might look at
still in
this and
great shape too.
it's in great shape, yeah. So, um, somebody might look at this from the outside and be like, why the fuck do you want a paper bag? But obviously, it has deeper meaning to a lot of people. So,
And there you can see it behind Larry Vera in that shot too.
yeah, there you go. And I want to say that was Larry may be able to. Larry may know this. I think it was over there in between the Ice Palace and a shop called East, which was right there on the. I think it was the Gimbals. It was where the big fountain was. So where the big
Mm.
fountain was at the biker entrance, and then you had the shop. A shop called East was the first store, and then that run of shops all the way up to the Ice Palace. There, I think it was right in the middle. Was a shop called East. I mean, Cameron Card. So I think that's where it was at the mall.
It's crazy that somebody would keep that all these years too.
I know. That's the same thing with the
What are the
skates.
odds? Yeah. Masked Fondler, what's going on, man? Ahoy there, mateys. All the way from Australia. What's going on, brother? Jeff saying I'm still missing the Holy Grail, the Dawn press kit. Yeah, those are hard to find. I have Night
Yes, they
90.
are.
I have Day with everything in it. Need a Dawn, even though it's going to be several $100 or so, I'm sure. Yeah, they're not cheap. Not cheap.
Yeah. And there's a day press kit.
Larry's saying that sounds about right.
Yeah. There's a UK Day of the Dead press kit on eBay right now. I think it's between 1 and 150. I've thought about it, but I'm like, I don't know, man. I spent a lot of money lately. I gotta pump the brakes. Like I said, I had to buy new like orthopedic shoes for my fucking old man back. So
Walkers aren't cheap, man. Walkers are
hey,
not
not
cheap.
kidding, not kidding. But speaking of favorite photos of George, this is my absolute favorite photo of George Romero ever. He looks the happiest. He looks the freest. Um, he's got kind of this wild, mischievous look in his eye, and it's just a beautiful photo. And it's from Night Riders. I don't know if this was from a press kit or if it was just a production still, but I know there's several of them out there.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah, it's my favorite photo, George.
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's from there's a whole collection of those production steals that I actually found on eBay. The entire collection that I bought for $7.
You bought the whole thing.
The whole collection for $7.
Wow.
I was like,
That's another one there. They're all numbered. So
yeah.
I don't know how many of them there are, but I think this is number 11 here. Some jousting there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Cool shit. Oh, and I love this one too. Now that I'm flipping through, Mr. Ricci there.
Oh yeah, from Vanilla.
Vanilla. Yeah.
Did you get that recently?
I got it last year sometime. I think we talked about it. You had it on your watch list, I think, and I sniped it from you or something.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, I think you did. Yeah. I have a bad habit of just putting stuff in the watch list and then it just disappears. Oh, that's cool. That's probably like one of my favorite scenes of any Romero film. Is just that opening psychedelic opening from Season of the Witch.
Yeah.
Or Jack's wife. Sorry, Vulo. Sorry, Jack's wife.
Jack's wife. So I don't know if I think it's common knowledge at this point, but the whole dream sequence at the beginning of that film, the baby that's on the ground crying.
Mm-hmm.
So supposedly that was she'd had an abortion or she had a miscarriage, and
miscarriage, I think. Yeah,
that's what the baby represented from her dream was the miscarriage. So
that's what I heard. Yeah, Larry's saying it's the Knight Rider's press kit.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. Dawn press kit is impossible to find. The day one is easier to find. Yeah.
All right, so we'll roll into some soundtracks really quick that I've collected over the years. If you can't tell, you can't really see, but I'm a huge vinyl record collector over here. I got all my soundtracks back here, and then all of my A through Z for regular stuff is all over here. So I love collecting vinyl records. But this is the first pressing of the Night of the Living Dead soundtrack that they released in 1982. So, and I think it was either it belonged to a store or there was like a promo or something, because there's the little hole punch right there, which is typically what that represents.
Yeah. That's one I don't have. I've always wanted one of the original Maurice Saraband releases.
Which is that? I'm curious. Is that how you pronounce it, or is it Verise Sarabande?
The way you said it sounds a lot more fancy, so we can go with that one.
Let's just.
I'm from Kentucky, and goddamn, we say Maurice Saraband around here.
We say Maurice Sarabande.
Verise, what did you say? Verise Sarabande?
Verise Sarabande, yeah.
God damn, that sounds beautiful.
Yeah, I think that I've heard it pronounced that way, but I'm honestly not sure. That's why I'm asking.
Well, we're going with that from now on. Verise Sarabande. I like that.
Yeah, but it's got a cool, on the back. You can't really see, but it's got a cool write up about the film there. A note from George down here talking about it, with his little stay scared down there in the bottom. So pretty cool. And Night, especially this soundtrack, it's like my rainy day movie. You know what I mean? Like whenever it's raining outside, I'm like, I got to put on the Night of the Living Dead soundtrack, or I got to put the movie on the TV. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of like my go-to rainy day movie.
I appreciate that soundtrack more and more as the years go on, because it's almost so disjointed from the movie itself. It's like the soundtrack itself sounds very science fiction in a lot of places. Yeah. It's very sci-fi. Yeah. But like it works so well with the movie that it's become like, because it wasn't music composed for the movie. I mean, it's just what was it, the Capitol?
Yeah.
But it was just library music picked out.
Right.
But it's like over the years, like it's become so synonymous with Night of the Living Dead. Like it's just the score for Night of the Living Dead now. Like and it was used in other movies before Night of the Living Dead. So, but I love it more and more as time goes on.
Yeah, it's become iconic because of the film. So, and then we were talking about Jeff Turner earlier, the guy that did the Night of the Living Tapes book. He released with Image 10 I want to say this was 2023. So he did a little 7-inch record of some radio ads.
Oh yeah.
From Night. So pretty cool stuff. You see the back there. See the titles. If I can get this to focus, I'm sorry. Yeah,
There you go.
I guess it's just the length of the ads. So, but
That's cool. I don't have that either. I think I think I saw Jace posting about that the other day.
Did he?
I think
I'm
so.
sure he's got it. Yeah, he's got, like we said, he's got everything. So,
Yeah.
and then the iconic trowel that most of us have had the privilege of touching at Living Dead Weekend. I finally got to do that this last June. So with Kyra, she was in the photo with me, and
That's awesome. Yeah, shout out Dave Burian for
Yeah.
making all us kids our dreams come true.
yeah, Dave just happened to be sitting at the table, and Kyra was like, "Oh, do you want here? Let's put this in the." And I was like, "Fuck yes!" Like I've been waiting years to touch this thing.
You're gonna tell me twice. Come on.
Yeah. All right. So, despite what you may think, I love the soundtrack. Okay, I love the soundtrack.
No. Here we go.
This is the Dawn of the Dead original U.S. Vinyl release of the Goblin soundtrack. So it's not the red letter one. I cannot find one of those anywhere. I know you said you ran into somebody that had one, didn't know what he had.
Oh God, yeah. And he was just like, "Oh, okay." And he had it like stuffed in a backpack. It was all bent and fucked up.
Dude.
And he was just like, "I don't know. I don't know. I just brought it." And I was like, "Oh, dude, come on."
God damn it. That would piss me off so bad.
Yeah, that hurt.
So
Guy, that's a dude's name. Guy from where was he from? Was it Wales? He'd flown over from Wales for Living Dead Weekend a couple years ago. He's a DJ. But yeah, he just had it like just bent and all shoved into his backpack, and he pulled that out and turned it around, and I saw that red lettering, and I was just like, "Oh, dude, do you know what you have?"
Did you offer to buy it from him or anything?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Oh man,
it looked like shit anyway.
Yeah, but still, that red font, man.
I should have taken advantage of it and just been like, "Oh, dude, I'll give you $50 for that." Yeah. But he was going around getting it signed by everybody, so I was just like, "All right, well,
that's cool."
Yeah.
Got a German copy of the zombie soundtrack.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty neat. Got some really cool, film cells down here on the bottom, whatever, film strip. So
yeah, I always love the one that's just it's the weirdest cover. Yeah, that's kind of the back of the zombie release from Goblin, but it has the one that I like. It has the weirdest cover. There's no text or anything. It's just an image of on the ice skating rink, and it's like it. I love that one. I have it over there somewhere, but there's something about it's just so weird. It's like what a choice of an image to put on the cover. Like I don't know. It's just I don't know. There's a certain charm to it.
It's interesting. Yeah, I like it. I've seen it, and I wanted to buy one, but they're pretty expensive now. So last time I saw, they were. Yeah, go ahead.
I think I got it for a pretty cheap price. That's why I jumped on it. Yeah, I have so many versions of Dawn of the Dead, Goblin, Zombie, like so many different versions back there.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people have this on CD, but I'm a huge vinyl collector. I had to grab it on vinyl. This is the Trunk Records unreleased Dawn of the Dead. It's got all the DeWolf stuff, not all the DeWolf stuff, but a good majority of it, or at least a chunk of it. The gonk and all that stuff is on there.
Because I'm a man.
It's on there too.
I remember when I got that CD, I got it at Texas Frightmare Week in 2008. Somebody had it at their table when I got it, and it had that song on it, and we listened to that shit on fucking repeat all weekend long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that one too. I have the vinyl and the CD. I saw the CD on eBay the other day, and somebody was asking like $100 something for the CD. I was like, Jesus.
Oh my God.
Because I know the vinyl's pretty limited. It's pretty hard to find.
And then I sent you well, hold on. Before I get to this one, I'll save this one for last. But this is I know Synth will appreciate the Sputzy Sparacino.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, this is the Day of the Dead 7-inch that came out with the Dead Walk on it. And then, of course, the World in Your Eyes, which I can't stand that fucking song. But It's here. I have it. So, and do you remember back in 2020 when they announced Living Dead Weekend that they were supposed to come sing this song live?
Yeah,
You remember that? And then they
yeah, I
never,
remember
I
that.
guess,
And then the pandemic hit and it
pandemic
didn't
came
happen.
and
Yeah,
yeah.
because that
So
2020 was originally going to be the 85 show that they ended up doing in 2021 with Return and Day. So
that's
yeah, they
right.
were originally. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
So
I'm glad I missed that.
yeah,
No,
it would have been
it'd have been
cool to
cool.
see.
It'd have been
You
cool.
know,
Yeah. I
but
give that song shit, but yeah, I'd totally be there if they did that shit live.
yeah, but I can't remember who it was. This was probably 5 or 6 years ago now. But whatever I don't know if it was a record label. I honestly can't remember. But they found a huge box of these along with the cassettes. I've got a sealed cassette back here too in the case.
Mm.
They just had like this overstock that they found that's been sitting there since the fucking 80s. And they're like, here you go, sell them. Just sold all of them. So I think I got this for like $5 or $10. I don't know.
Hey, Jeff's
Yeah.
a fan of Sputsy. Jeff said, "Man, no way! I need this coolest piece. I need that." There you go.
Well, here I'll
Some
throw.
people,
This
some
is
people
a
dig
yeah.
it.
Which I'm probably I thought about it. I might get John Williams. I'm kidding, John Harrison to sign it.
The great John Williams.
The great John Williams.
You know, Screwdriver Zombies. John Williams.
Yeah, John Williams. But speaking of, this is the Day of the Dead original motion picture soundtrack signed by John Harrison.
Mm,
And the reason it's special to me is because like I told you, I think I sent you a photo of this too.
yeah,
Um, the reason why this is so special to me is because you see I'm a huge record collector. I've been collecting vinyl for years, but this is the first vinyl record that I ever owned. Um,
yeah,
so it's always either been framed or it's been on my wall somewhere. But I took it down and brought it with me to Living Dead Weekend in 2021 to get John Harrison to sign it. So that's me and him and my kid, and that was a very special moment. And looking forward to meeting him again this year. I
yeah.
know,
I'm glad he's coming back because yeah, I met him that
yeah,
same year. I got him to sign my Day of the Dead vinyl as well. And it's funny, I had it and it was sealed. I had a sealed copy.
yeah,
And I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, I got this sealed. What do you think? Should we just sign the plastic? What do you want to do?" He's like,
yeah.
fuck it. Open it. I was like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Nah, it'll be worth more with my signature on it, more so than if it's sealed or not." I was like,
There
"That's
you go.
true. All right."
At least he was honest and cool about
Yeah,
it.
he was so cool about it. He was like, fuck it.
Yeah,
Open it." Yeah.
yeah. He's a really cool dude. So, but when I met him, I did not get him to sign my Dawn poster. So,
Mm.
that'll be a signature this year for sure. And I know I'm so happy for Paul that Paul finally gets to meet him because I
Oh, I
know
know.
that's been a big one for him for a long time. So
Oh, he's been
that's gonna be
ready. Every
yeah,
Living Dead weekend, he's like, I got the screwdrivers ready.
yeah,
He's like,
yeah,
I got them ready. I got extras if you guys need any. I'm getting a screwdriver signed by fucking John Harrison. By God.
yeah. He's got a couple extra that he's bringing with him too. So,
Oh yeah.
um, but yeah, I'm that's one of my favorite pieces. Like I said, it may not be something super rare or hard to find, but it means a lot to me. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a good one. Um, so I guess we'll. Oh, one more thing while I'm here, and I've got some books to go through too,
Sure.
just to recommend and show or whatever. But um, real quick, the
This stream,
Martin.
I feel like the stream has turned into the Susanna Sparrow book club tonight. So
It
there we
has.
go.
Speaking of, here's the novelization of Martin, which I have not read yet. So I'm assuming you have, since this is like your second favorite movie ever.
I have that. I have not read that yet. I have it. I have it on standby. I'm ready to get into it just to check it out. See
Have
what's different about it.
Yeah, have not read that yet. Now I have read the Dawn novelization, which I've got
Oh yeah,
all of
I've
them.
read that like multiple times at this point. I've listened to the audiobook. I've like yeah, it's yeah. But the
So
Martin
what?
one I have not checked out yet.
Yeah, really cool shit. What? So let me ask you this while we're talking about it. What are your? How do you feel about because the Dawn novelization paralleled the original script pretty
Hmm.
closely. How do you feel about it? Do you think that they should have kept some of that in the film, or
Nah, I mean, like,
it's slight. I mean, it's nothing huge, but
yeah, there's no like major changes to it. I mean, the dog thing, I think I'm kind of glad that they didn't do that in the movie. You know, the Adam the dog side plot
yeah,
where they find the dog in the pet shop and all that. Like,
yeah,
it's like, yeah, it wasn't necessary, and it would just been extra hassle on set to try to work with an animal on set. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, the book's fine. Like, it's
yeah,
pretty much straight ahead. If you've read the script, it's pretty close. Which is why I've always thought like it was just almost a direct translation of the script. So it's like, you know, I don't know. That's why I've always kind of assumed that Susanna Sparrow was, I don't know, a fake name, and it was just somebody
yeah.
who was there to transcribe the script, and George gets credit because he wrote the script, and so yeah, that's kind of my assumption, but
The biggest takeaway that I had from that and the script was I really wish they would have kept the bank vault as where they dump the bodies. Like it never made sense to me that they dumped their bodies in a cooler where they kept their food. Your supplies are limited, your rations are limited. Why would you dump corpses in a place where you get your food? It makes more sense to dump them in the bank vault, which I thought that was really smart. And I don't know. I think it would have been cool to see that
I wonder
instead
why
of
they didn't do that. I'm sure there has to be some kind of logistical reason why they couldn't. Maybe I mean maybe the bank was just like, no, you're not,
yeah,
you're not
can't
getting
use our
access to
fucking
the
vault.
vault, brother.
Yeah,
Um,
can't use the vault. So
yeah, Larry said, I'm going to shock you guys. I've never read the Dawn novelization. That is
wow,
shocking, Larry.
it's again, it's not that far removed from the actual film, and there's a couple of slight differences, but
Yeah.
yeah,
And if you want to listen to it, the audiobook is on YouTube to listen to. So it's a fairly quick read. I think I remember reading that book when I first got it in like one sitting. Like 'cause
yeah,
it's it just kind of flows. If you know the movie, it's kind of easy
yeah.
to,
It's yeah.
yeah.
Um, all right, and then I've got the Day of the Dead quiz book. We talked about this,
There
Killian
you
Gore.
go.
Um, some really cool trivia questions in here. Um,
That's cool. I don't have that one either. So,
yeah, and the reason that it means so much to me is because Killian asked if he could use some of my photos that I took from Sanibel and Fort Myers. So a lot of the photos that I took down there, he used in his book here.
that's
Me and my
awesome.
me and my kid up there in the corner. I started doing this with some of my location photos way back in the day, and I didn't like doing it. I know Matt Blasie's doing stuff like this. He's really good at it.
Oh,
Um,
he's got that shit like down to a science at this
yeah.
point.
So
That's awesome though. I didn't know. Like I remember you mentioning that he used some of your photos in it, but I didn't know that he actually had photos with you and Emery in it in the
yeah,
photos.
yeah,
That's
we're
awesome.
actually there. Um, so that was our first trip down there. We had just met Michael Tomaso. We just hung out with him at his little bike shop, and I gifted him a shot glass, a Day of the Dead shot glass that I'd had since
Mm.
I was a kid. No idea where I got it from. Um, so
Spencer's.
yeah, so that's us in front of the helipad over here. It's before
Uh,
this is years before I flew my drone in there, and I was always scared to trespass with my kid with me, so I didn't hop the fence. But I know some folks that have.
you're a
So
bad influence.
yeah,
Eh,
it's
eh,
really it's Stephanie that keeps me from doing it. She's like so particular about that kind of stuff. But um,
there you go.
yeah,
And
Bowman's
that's
Beach.
yeah, that's George's house down there when
Yep,
he lived in Fort Myers.
yeah, that's his home on
I got to get
on
down there at some point.
yeah,
That's I mean it's a perfect spot for like a family vacation, and you can also do your own thing type of thing.
yeah, absolutely.
It's easier to sell a family vacation to the beach in Fort Myers, Florida, more so than hey, let's go to the mall in Pittsburgh again. It's just like I don't want to do that.
That's that's how you got to do it. Hey, by the way, we're going to the beach this
You
summer.
guys want
Oh,
to go to the
awesome!
beach this summer? All right.
While we're there, we're going to spend most of the time. So anyway, but and we'll come
That's
back to
cool.
this in a little bit. I want to, like I said, I want to give away that book. We'll shoot off some trivia from this shortly.
Yeah, guys,
Um,
stick around. We're gonna play a little game of
yeah,
trivia later, and Matt's giving away the Night of the Living Dead novelization by John Russo.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that because I'm curious. I'm curious to see how many I can get. I won't play. I won't be eligible, but I'm curious to see how many I'll get. So,
They're fairly simple. I'll put it to you that way. But
well,
I
hey,
don't think
I didn't. I completely. I didn't realize the Bowman's Beach thing from
yeah,
earlier. So, hey,
yeah,
who
there you
knows?
go.
Who knows?
And then I'll keep this one brief, but this is more of a recommendation than anything. So if anybody's interested at all in Monroeville, about the mall, the Ice Palace, the history of the mall, the airport, Harold Brown Memorial Field, this book right here, it's Zandy Dudiak, and it's the history of Monroeville. Um, she pretty much, you know, talks about everything from colonial times up until recent, the city. So really cool shit. Really
I'm
cool
gonna have to
photos in
grab
here.
that.
You should, man.
I'm gonna have to get that
There's
one. That's because I think I've seen that on eBay before. Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, yeah, photos of the Ice Palace. Um, so goes into the history of the mall and its conception. Groundbreaking. The local high school. What's the name of the high school down the street? I can't remember, but their marching band was there on when they did the ribbon cutting series. It's so fucking cool, man. There's so much history there,
Yeah.
beyond just being used in a movie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so
Also love that Paul's got that. It's like a Monroeville Monopoly,
yeah,
the board
I saw
game.
that.
I want that
Yeah,
so bad because it's got. I mean, it's got De Pomodoro and Brown Derby and Equibank.
yeah. It's the
That's cool.
memorial. Yeah, Harold Brown Field. So
That's cool.
um,
Yeah,
really really
I'm gonna
good
have to find that
information.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I would recommend it. I think you can find it on Amazon. I think it's 15
Okay.
bucks maybe. Yeah, it's super super cheap. Why not? So that one, and then I got to show this one off because it's kind of rare, but it is a really great fucking read. One of the most accurate, uh, you know, in terms of information. Zombies that ate Pittsburgh. So
Oh
um,
yeah.
love
I
this one.
remember. Yeah, I brought that one with me on our first trip to Pittsburgh in 2021. I brought it with me and read it on the plane over.
Yeah,
So I was like, I'm getting it. Yeah, that's classic fucking book.
yeah, really really great photos in here too. There's old Richard Rubenstein there. Um,
Yeah.
so really cool stuff. Really great information. We already talked about Partially Devoured. Um, I know you showed off your Phantasm Exhumed, but I got the Red Planet edition, the hardcover. It's kind of
Nice.
a little harder to find, so I'm glad you're reading this, and I'm glad you're
Oh, dude,
enjoying
it's
it.
such an easy read. Like I said, I'm already more than halfway through with it. I mean, there's quite a bit in it, and it's just one of those that it's hard to put down. Or you're just like I want to keep
Yeah,
going. I want to find out because the segments are so smart and it covers different portions of like okay, this was how they made the sphere in part one. Okay, and then there's a little write up about that, and this is how they. I didn't know that the mausoleum was a set.
yeah,
I didn't know that
it's
that
all
was. I
set.
thought that was an actual fucking place. It looks you would never guess.
I don't think they used an actual set until part three, and I can't remember the name of the mausoleum. Synth might know. It's in California. I think it's in the fucking hood. It's the same one
Yeah,
they came
it
back
was
to
in
for Oblivion.
Compton. Yeah, it was in
Compton,
Compton.
yeah,
I was just reading that, and it's the same one that they used in Terminator 3 and
yeah,
Constantine, and yeah, it's been used in some other stuff.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah.
That's good shit, man. And Phantasm 3, that's always been that was the first one that I saw and that kind of attracted me to the series. Of course, the very first film will always be the best, but
Mm-hmm.
I get going back through the series, like Phantasm 3 has always given me a lot of whiplash because Phantasm 2, Universal upped everything. It's more of an action film. It's slick. It's fucking polished, and it's muscle cars and it's fucking flamethrowers and it's badass. And Mike kicks ass, and he's like this really good looking dude and buff and shit like that. And then they got Michael Baldwin back for part three, and it's like just he's like such a pussy. And but he was written that way, and that's the thing is he was written to be a victim, and
Mm-hmm.
he's even expressed a little a little contention about that. Like he didn't really felt like he played a victim the whole time, and they fucking yeeted him out of the film for like half of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Which he had
while it,
kind of, I mean, he had pretty much quit acting after the first Phantom. He hadn't done anything really until part 3. So it was kind of like, it's what they were saying in the books. Like Coscarelli was kind of like iffy on like whether or not he could actually pull it off again,
yeah, yeah, he did. Well, that was the whole thing with the casting debacle with Phantasm 2 was it was like they didn't want Reggie or Mike. They wanted all new
Mm-hmm.
actors because neither one of them had worked. They weren't
Didn't they?
working
Yeah,
actors at all.
didn't they make Reggie Bannister audition? Isn't that what they said? That they made him audition to be Reggie,
They
and he actually got the part.
No, they made Michael Baldwin audition and he didn't get it. I think that's what broke his heart is that
Mm,
he auditioned for that's his role and he didn't get it. But they gave it to James LeGros instead. But
yeah.
Coscarelli kind of finagled it to where he was like, "Well, let me at least keep one person." So that he was able to get Reggie, but they had to replace Mike. So and he'll if he talked to him about it now, I'm sure he'd be like it's water under the bridge. But back then, it broke his
Oh
heart.
yeah.
It was
Oh
rough.
yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah. Jeff's saying what a great summer that was. Both Phantasm and Dawn came out in theaters at the same time. 79.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'd have been cool. That's like one of those
You
things, man.
imagine.
If I had a fucking time machine, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's like I see that photo all the time that floats around from like '87, I think, and it was just a picture of like the marquee of a theater at the time. And it was like, which one would you go see? And it's like Full Metal Jacket, RoboCop, um, Predator, and it was just like all these like classic fucking movies. And you look at that, and you're just like, I would stay there all day and watch all of those. And
Oh yeah.
now it's like, even when I'm in the mood to go to the movies, like I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna go see a movie today, and I'll look and see what's playing. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to go to the movies today. Like I have
No,
no interest in seeing any of this shit.
no, zero interest.
It's a complete 180.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah, I got that the Blu-ray collection. Phantasm desperately needs a 4K. All of them do, but the
they
original desperately needs a new
yeah.
4K release here.
I want to say there was a UK release that just came out. I don't know who put it out. I think it's in a steelbook.
Yeah,
I
you're
didn't.
right. I think I remember hearing
Yeah,
about that.
yeah. I didn't grab it, but it's out there somewhere. So
Since then, I was talking to a guy about the Phantasm Mausoleum when walking around Hollywood Forever Cemetery. The site was in a really bad area. Yeah, it was Compton.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember
Compton.
reading that and thinking like, they're pretty fucking brave
Yeah,
shooting Compton,
absolutely.
but all right.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
yeah.
all right.
And then one more. So this is Splintered Visions,
Ooh,
Lucio Fulci and his film. So really great information about Fulci in here. It goes through pretty much every single one of his films, start to finish, all of his westerns, everything. Which, like I've told you and everybody else in the past, if you like Fulci, go back and look at his other shit, man. He was such a
yeah,
talented filmmaker. For the apocalypse, that's like you talk about spaghetti westerns. That's like one of my favorite films ever. Don't Torture a Duckling. You talk about Giallo. I mean, it's just
yeah. He
brilliant
kind of
filmmaking.
did everything.
He
Like people
did
think of him as like the gore guy in the '80s, but he did like comedies. I mean,
comedies. Yeah,
it's like he kind of did everything. Like before Zombie, he was pretty much just he was kind of all over the map. But
what
Troy
was
Howarth, the author of that book, I think he was on. I think it was tonight that he was on the Eurocrypt podcast with Dirk and Darren and those guys.
was he?
Yeah, I think so. They were having like a little
Wow,
round table with him and a couple other guys. So
wow,
uh,
that's awesome, dude. Yeah. So that's another good read there if you ever get a chance to get your hands on it. So
yeah, that's on the list. I'll have to check that out
yeah.
too. Um,
All right. So you want to go mobile and we'll check out the.
all right, let's do it. Let's
All right.
we're going mobile. No, but
Give
they
me a
say
second
in
here.
what was that quote from Batman or something? He's gone mobile.
All right. I'm going to switch over to my phone here and just give me 1 second. Bear with me. We're going to go to mobile Matt.
I know we're getting real technical tonight, guys. We got multi-camera shoots. We got dolly shots. Forget about it. I saw this. Or the Ice Palace sounds like a 1980s strip club name. The Ice Palace. Doesn't sound like a fun one, but I don't know if I'd want to go to a strip club called the Ice Palace, but all right, I see you in here. Let me know when you're ready, when you get your shot ready.
You go ahead. I'm going to mute this mic so there's no echo.
All right. There we go. All right. Somebody's having some blue moon tonight.
That's me. Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, shit. All right, say something.
Can you hear me?
No, I cannot. All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, we'll do it like this.
Here we go.
Okay.
It's your
So
show.
I was telling y'all earlier, this is the original US Dawn 1 sheet that I got from Larry.
That's right, Steven.
And this is actually where I keep that piece from the airport right here. I kind of built these little notches into the wall to display it.
I know. I love the creativity with that.
Yeah. And over here, this is the Dawn VHS release, the home video release poster. Got this sign from Living Dead Weekend, one of the vendors at the mall there. I don't know who it was. The German poster here.
One. I love that poster just because of the little characters in the corner there.
Yeah, me too. And of course, the JCPenney's television that you were so kind enough to pick up for me and mail to me. Civil defense barrel there.
It's awesome.
This is a French poster.
I had I sent you the picture of the TV buckled into my daughter's car seat on the way home.
Yeah. I almost sent it. Did I send that to you?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think it did. I was going to send it to you to show, but that's all good. And this is that second gas mask that I was telling you about up here that I removed the filter from and kind of created my own filter behind it. It looks exactly like the filter that belongs to the mask, but I made it, it's like PVC, and then I spray painted it gray to look like it. So I thought about giving this one to Ken. I don't know. Still on the fence about it.
Now he's gonna be like, I don't want the shit now. No,
yeah,
don't even try.
Fuck you. And then George, this is the I think this is the only autograph that I have of George. I've had this since, I don't know, probably 13, 14. And of course, Blasey wood. Got the Blasey wood there. Escalator piece.
That's cool.
And then all of the Cult Cinema figures and NECA figures that they released. This one's signed by Mike Christopher, which I'm excited to finally meet him in person. I ordered this from him online. He sells a lot of shit online, eBay.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask if you'd met him or not. I've never met him.
Yeah, never met him.
I saw it's personalized there, so I was like, oh, man, I didn't know Matt met him.
Steven. Paul Musser. Yeah, just kind of going down the wall here.
Hatchet head.
Yep. BP trucking hat. Got that from, I think at the Living Dead Museum.
Yeah, I think they had those for a while. They may still have them.
Yeah, I don't think they have them anymore. This was a Day of the Dead print that I think Fright Rags released. Somebody released this, but it's got, can't really see it, but it's got Laurie's autograph on it. Really cool day print.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't know if I've ever seen one of those.
Yeah. Of course, you got the Airport Zombie bust from Trick or Treat Studios. Got the George bust from the Living Dead Museum. And these are pretty cool. These are little props from Jeff Turner did these, the Night of the Living Tapes guy.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, the Kramer, Nicholas Kramer, whatever you call it. Not a bust. What is it? Not a headstone, but can't remember what those are called. Obelisk, maybe.
You got
And then
me.
one of Dan Lowry's rocks that he leaves at George's bust every year. I asked him if I could have it. He said, "Yeah, go ahead." So I took it.
I was gonna say, did you steal it? What happened there?
No, he leaves them. He leaves them there for everybody.
Huh.
And this is one of the things that Paul sent me. It's a BP Trucking lighter. So then, of course, the always vanilla turnstile piece there.
Yeah.
Bullshit. What's going on with the camera? It keeps like going back and forth. Anyway, all right. And then, of course, this is a piece of brick from the mall back there. I know they were selling that. Kevin was selling those at the Living Dead Museum. And then here's the case, which there are some things missing because I pulled them out. This is usually where the gas mask sits, but got Norman England's calendar over here in the corner. Dawn of the Dead novelization, the hardcover. Bob Michelucci autograph. Now these are, we were talking about trading cards earlier. This is the Rosum sealed pack of the Rosum cards. This was the first set of cards that they released for Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, I saw somebody post something about that earlier. I think they had those. I don't see those a lot.
That's the original VHS release of Day.
It's awesome.
The Pomodoro matchbook there.
Go.
More Dawn novelizations back there. Of course, my goofy ass with Ken. Sharon Hill Bullet.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah,
I don't know if she still. I don't know if she still has those left or not. But I know she.
I want to say she sold out of them last year.
Yeah.
And Paul sent me this too. This is the Wilson tennis balls. You can see in the movie. Where's the SPI board game? Which yours is in a lot better shape than mine. Mine's fucking busted, dude. You can see back here. It's in rough shape.
Have you ever played that game?
Never played it. No.
Me neither. I think I remember seeing somewhere on YouTube there was somebody that actually played through the game on YouTube somewhere, but I don't remember where I saw that.
Yeah. And this is the Southern Globe, the Dead Walk newspaper back there. Can barely fucking see it, but got a couple autographs on it. I need to frame it. I had it in a frame at one point and I took it out to put in the case. But it's kind of awkward. Group show book signed by Adrian Barbeau, Savini, and Tom Atkins back there. Some more cards. I want to say these are the cards that Russo released. Little Equibank envelope opener. I think Paul sent me that too. Cool. Paul's got the coolest shit, dude. He finds all this stuff all over the place and just gives it away.
I know. I always say like Paul's collection is one of my favorite collections just because it's you never know what the hell this dude's got. It's just the most like obscure, if you know type shit.
Yeah. I think Fright Rags released this a couple years ago. It's the Night of the Living Dead lunchbox. Or cards. Of course, you've got one of these. I made one of these, or I made a few of these a couple years ago in the Night 90 gas pump key reproduction.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah.
You did a great job on that too.
I appreciate that.
Fucking great. And on the back of it, you got it like the Night of the Living Dead logo, like glazed on the back there. Yeah, it looks so good.
Need to make a couple more of those. Sand from Bowman's Beach. Stephanie made these out of vinyl, the text and all that. Rocks from the Wampa Mine.
That's cool.
This is the Day of the Dead tape I was telling you about. They found a whole box of them and sold through them pretty quick. Pretty sure this is the original Dawn of the Dead VHS, the Thorny Amide, the clamshell. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first, I think, 83, I think, when those came out.
Yeah. And then a couple of various items down here. Jeff Turner released a bunch of these like reproductions of like the death certificate that they gave out at the night screening, right?
Huh.
Shit like
I don't know
that.
if I've seen many of those before.
Night board game back there. Some of the shit you can't really see. It's really crowded in here. I've got to make some room. But Paul gave me this too. This is a Dawn of the Dead Nintendo 64 game.
If only. Cool. If only.
Man, you're not lying.
That's my dream of playing a literal like a Dawn of the Dead video game, man.
Yeah. And we were talking about the Amok Time toys earlier. This is the Bub. And this is the Dr. Tongue here. So. And various buttons and fucking, little shit, little knickknacks here and there. So anyway, this is a majority of it. This is where a lot of it goes. And, I've got a lot of laser discs and VHS and DVDs and stuff like that too. But these are the things that mean the most to me. So a little corner.
Yeah, the way you got it all displayed is...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, the little corner there is just awesome. Like, it looks so good. The lighting. You should be an interior decorator.
So this used to be a closet, and of course you can see the hinges where I took the fucking doors off of it.
Yeah.
And then I just got some really super cheap track lighting. And
it works.
Made it look like a little museum.
Yeah, it looks great.
So,
yeah, Jeff's saying here the way it's displayed makes it so much cooler. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And this is the original Day of the Dead poster that I was telling you about. The coming to a theater, the coming soon poster with all the autographs on it. One of the first original posters that I ever owned, next to the Phantasm, the original Phantasm poster here.
Ah, nice.
So, yeah, those are two of my favorite posters that I've got. Little Cannibal Apocalypse there.
Invasion of the Flesh Hunters.
Yeah. And you've got one of these. This is the
I do.
Yeah. 4K
signed
reissue
by,
with Coscarelli's autograph on it.
Yeah.
Various posters here.
You got the blue velvet. I love those. The
Deadly Prey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just fucking love those things.
Yeah. Night 90 poster.
There you go.
And then you've got the poster book poster behind you there too. And then I'll show you these because we were talking about it earlier, but these are the high-res designs reproductions I was talking to you about. So this is the Night.
Oh, those do look good. Wow.
And I apologize. I hope I'm not talking over you. The way that my headphones are, I've got my over-the-ear headphones over top of my earbuds here because for whatever reason I have no audio coming through them. So I'm just kind of talking freely, trying not to talk over you.
No, you're good, man. It's your show. The floor is yours.
Yeah. And then here's the Japanese Laserdisc poster that I was telling you about. So really cool story about this one. When I got Jim Crut to sign it, where's the helicopter? There it is right there. When I got Jim Crut to sign it, when he unrolled it on the table, he originally saw the Night of the Living Dead logo. And he was like, well, I wasn't in Night of the Living Dead, right? And I was like, yeah, of course I know you're not in Night. It's not a Night poster. He was like, oh. And we unrolled it. And he was like, oh, my bad. So, bro, who you fucking with? So
you could be like Michelle and
day 40th that Leaf released.
You'd be like Michelle and get Mike Gornick to sign your Dark Half blue 4K.
And this is pretty cool. I'll show this off for a second. So this is a Phantasm 2 trade ad that Don Coscarelli's dad, Dak, released in Variety. So this was the original concept of Phantasm 2 before what we know and what has been released. So it was right after the first movie came out. I want to say it was Kate Coscarelli, his Don's mom, wrote a script for Phantasm 2. And it was something like Mike's cousin comes to town and starts investigating what's going on. Mike is in an asylum or something like that. From what I understand, there is a script out there somewhere. It's never been like released, or nobody's ever really seen it. But if you talk to Don about it, he'll kind of explain it to you, the concept and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I think it was originally supposed to come out sometime around 1982. So, but I always liked that.
That's pretty cool.
And then this 20th anniversary print that this guy Rob Long did back in the late 90s for Phantasm. And then I'll show you the ceiling. Fucking bane of my existence.
Hey, there's the
if
visitor.
I can. The lighting is terrible in here.
Yeah, we can see it.
Cemetery Man, Visitor. Of course, Land of the Dead over here.
There you go. Land of the Dead love.
Ticket stub up there from when I saw it opening night.
I wish I still had mine.
Phantasm 2. 7 Doors of Death. Of course, the Beyond, the US version of the Beyond, Fulci. And then all of the Dawn reissue posters that Leaf released over here. Of course, the Crazies VHS video release up there.
What size frame did you find for that Crazies VHS poster?
It's like 28 by 40.
Okay. Yeah, because
that's special ordered it on Amazon, I think.
Yeah, it's a funky size.
Yeah. And then another Phantasm 3 up there. So anyway. There we go. Coming off now.
All right. All right, we're back.
And we're back. All right.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, again, my apologies. I couldn't hear anything through my AirPods, so like I was talking and all I could hear was an echo of my voice through here. And so I kind of had my headphones sitting back like this, so I couldn't hear myself talk.
You're good.
So I couldn't hear you either.
You're good. Yeah. I only mentioned you were talking about the Jim Crut. It's not being a Night of the Living Dead. I mentioned Michelle actually got Mike Gornick to sign her Dark Half 4K.
Oh wow.
And Mike Gornick had nothing to do with Dark Half. And she didn't realize it until after the fact. And he didn't say anything about it. He didn't even say like I didn't have anything to do with it. He was just like, all right, sure, why not? Yeah, Michelle says there, oh my God, every time I see that fucking Dark Half Blu-ray, I cringe. This is why you should never engage in deep conversation while you're pulling out your stuff or signatures out of the bag. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You live and you learn.
Yeah, Jeff's saying great job. They're really all flat to the ceiling, not buckling at all. Yeah. It's a tough task. It's tougher than it looks. Michelle says I still have my land ticket stub. Yeah, I wish I still had mine. Like, God, I have I used to keep all my ticket stubs, and then like moving and all that, they just disappear over time.
Yeah.
Jeff saying no worries, that was great. Thanks for doing that, Matt. Matt, thanks for the show, Michael. This is incredible. Yeah. Matt's got a killer room, and I'm with you, Jeff. Jeff mentioned earlier, like just put a fridge and a bathroom in that room, and you'd never have to leave.
Yeah, no kidding. That'd be awesome.
You just retire there. Steve says, what a setup. The only problem is that isn't mine. Great work. Absolutely.
Well, thanks, Steven.
And Paul says, so fucking awesome, man. There's more call SS. What?
More coming, I bet he's trying to say.
More coming, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
Paul,
he mentioned something about care packages.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You have to find some more room, Matt. I think we all are. We all are.
Yeah, you guys have something coming too. This is the which yours I thought was going to be here today, but these are those Iron City draft
Yeah.
That
those are awesome.
So, because the draft is coming to Pittsburgh.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for that, man. That's cool.
Oh, dude, don't worry about it. It was nothing. Peanuts. So it's all good. I know you guys would appreciate it.
Michelle says that. I know you knew that. I just think it's funny that he didn't say anything about it. He was just like, sure. I'll sign it, whatever. Larry says it's all beautiful, displayed beautifully. Very cool. Love it. Yeah. I always say that, like, Matt's good about displaying shit. It looks like a museum in there. Michelle says, I was quite shocked when Paul and I were comparing our signatures, and I was like, wait, why isn't Gornick on my crazies? Oh my God, what did he sign? Yes. And Paul's saying, yes, there's more coming. So
that's
sweet.
what I thought. That's what I thought he said.
And Sid says, I once got a porn star to sign a DVD she wasn't in. It happens. Yeah, you make those mistakes. You live and learn.
There you go.
That's a cool shirt. By the way, Possession.
Oh yeah. This is where did I get this? It's some bootleg. I have no idea where I got it, but yeah, it's pretty rad. I appreciate that.
Huh. I didn't know they made Possession T-shirts. That's cool. I mean, I guess they make shirts for everything. Shit.
Oh yeah.
I just put up a couple of new T-shirts on my shop for DeWolf. I got Music DeWolf shirts available now. So if you guys are DeWolf fans, there you go.
That's some great shit on there too. I love that. I love the Martin shirt that you have on there. I've been meaning to pick that up.
Yeah, the Martin shirt and the there's always Vanilla shirt are the two most popular shirts on there.
I've got that one for sure.
I was like, I never knew there was such a demand for there's always Vanilla T-shirts, but apparently there is. Yeah, Possession is a wild movie. It's an interesting one for sure.
It is, absolutely. It's one of my favorite relationship movies ever.
Yeah, so. Yeah, it's what it's about. It's all about relationships and the horror of being married to somebody that you don't know, really. Well,
that's
rough.
The director, he was going through a divorce at the time, and that was sort of the whole thing. Is he turned his heartache into an apocalyptic vision. I mean,
yeah, and I know the famous scene of Isabella Johnny in the tunnel where she's convulsing and going through that, like, it's insane. But the most, like, one of the most effective scenes in that movie to me is the scene when they're at the beginning, when they're in the restaurant talking about the divorce. Yeah, there's something so unsettling about that between her and Sam Neill. I remember watching, I was like, man, this is kind of uncomfortable. I don't like, it was like one of those things. It's like, God, I feel like I've done something similar to this before. When you're having that when you're having that breakup conversation, it's that can be true horror sometimes. So
Sam Neill was brilliant in that film too. I mean, just his descent into madness and I don't know, he did such a good job in that film. That scene where he's rocking in the rocking chair and I don't know, he's bonkers, man.
Yeah. All right, you want to play a little game of trivia? Give away this book and get out of here.
Let's see who's still listening. So we'll go through best 3 out of 5. So whoever answers the most out of these 5 questions will get a.
So are we taking first answer? Whoever gets it right first? Okay.
So let's do that. So whoever answers correctly first, we'll go with that. So, all right. So, and these are fairly simple. Some of them we've even talked about tonight. So, all right. Which newspaper carries the headline "The Dead Walk," which is seen at the beginning of the movie when Sarah and Miguel are looking for survivors in Fort Myers? Is it A, the Southern Tribune, B, the Southern Globe, C, the Southern Herald, or D, the Southern Times? One more time. So A, the Southern Tribune, B, the Southern Globe, C, the Southern Herald, or D, the Southern Times?
Larry got it first.
Right away. Of course he did.
We just saw the news, and of course Larry would get it. I mean, he
sells them.
He does. He's probably seen that fucking newspaper 1,000 times at this point. So all right, Larry's on the board with 1. All right.
So the next
Paul got it too. So did Michelle.
All right. In the original Day of the Dead script, how many years does it say have passed since the events of Dawn of the Dead? Is it A, and this is the original script, A, 2 years, B, 7 years, C, 5 years, or D, 10 years? So how many years have passed since Dawn of the Dead
This one's kind of tough.
in the original Day of the Dead script? A, 2 years, B, 7 years, C, 5 years, or D, 10 years?
Yeah, I'm not. Can you see the chat?
Larry got it.
Larry got it. C.
Larry got it. Yep, C. It's 5 years in the original script.
Okay. All right. All right. Larry's on the board with 2. You only need one more, Larry.
Larry, do you have this? Do you have this already?
Yeah, Michelle got it. Synth got it.
He did. All right. Let's see.
Yeah, I didn't know that one. That one's tough. I was thinking 3 years for some reason.
And this one's super fucking easy. If you're any kind of casual Day of the Dead fan, you won't be able to miss this one. I think we even talked about it tonight. So, what is written on the jersey? Stephanie didn't get this. What is written on the jersey of the zombie football player? And I'll tell you in a minute why this is making me laugh. What is written on the jersey of the zombie football player seen a few times towards the end of the movie? Is it A, mailbox 20, B, mailbox 21? The reason I'm laughing, Stephanie goes, lunchbox. Like, no, it's not fucking lunchbox. But thank you. This is last night when I was firing these off to her. So, all right, I'm sorry. A, mailbox 20, B, mailbox 21, C, mailbox 22, or D, mailbox 23.
Paul got it.
Did he? All right.
Paul got it first. Larry got it. Synth got it. Steven got it.
Sorry.
Lunchbox.
Yeah, I was like, as soon as I got it, she goes, lunchbox. I'm like, no, it's not lunchbox. But thank you for making me laugh.
All right. So
all right.
I'm going to write these down. Paul's got 1. Larry's got 2. So Larry just needs 1 more. Paul needs 2 more. I don't know how many questions you have there.
I just did 5. So best 3 out of 5.
All right.
And we can do, if Larry gets this one, we can do the bonus at the end too, just for fun.
All right.
All right. So on the 2003 DVD release of Day of the Dead from Anchor Bay, which filmmaker provided one of the commentary tracks? Was it A, Quentin Tarantino, B, Edgar Wright, C, Danny Boyle, or D, Roger Avery? So 2003 DVD, Anchor Bay, Day of the Dead. Which director did film commentary? Was it Quentin Tarantino for A, B, Edgar Wright, C, Danny Boyle, or D, Roger Avery? Synth got it.
Synth got it.
All right.
So what do we do now?
Well, fuck it. We'll keep going until somebody. We'll figure it out.
We're gonna find more questions. But everybody got it. Larry got it. Steven got it. Paul got it. You gotta be quicker.
All right. This one's funny. Still pretty easy. What was the rather crude nickname given to the headless Major Cooper makeup prosthetic by the special effects crew? Was it A, Moose Muff, B, Moose Clit, C, Moose Pussy, or D, Moose Twat?
All of which are great names.
All fantastic names. A, Moose
One
Muff,
in particular really fits the bill.
B, Moose Clit, C, Moose Pussy, or D, Moose Twat. Yeah, Larry got it.
I don't know, did he?
Oh, no, he didn't.
Moose Flit?
Paul came in and scooped
Moose
it up.
Flit? Nah, Larry meant Clit. He got it. Larry's right there with him. I got people just throwing in Clit into the chat.
All right, so Larry got it, right?
Yeah, we'll give it to Larry. Even though I think it was a spelling error. But yeah, Larry was first.
All right, Larry, do you have this book?
He said he didn't.
You don't have it. Okay,
he doesn't. So, all right, Larry, congratulations, my man.
Larry got it.
Larry got it with the Moose Flit.
Moose Flit.
Congratulations. Jeff says that's why Tom does that repetitive video saying that over and over again. Yeah, have you ever seen that?
Yeah. I have.
Moose clit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations, Larry.
You got it, man. Thank you. I mean, shit. A lot of the stuff I have came from you. So least I could do is give you a little cheap book. So
yeah, give you the gift of John Russo, and who doesn't want the gift of John Russo?
I know one person in particular that doesn't.
just send it to him anyway.
Yeah,
John would love it. No thanks. Which there is. I'm excited about that Night of the Living Dead book that's coming out that has all that information. It's coming out soon, so I'm excited about it. I've seen John showed me some of the samples pages from it, and it looks fantastic. So
good. I know it's been pushed off several times. I think I got a notification that, that it's going to be released in August now. Is that right?
I think so. That sounds right.
Yeah.
August, somewhere around there. Yeah. Yeah.
November and
it makes sense. Larry's a Russo guy. Larry's a Russo guy. So worked out for the best.
Good.
Paul says good times were had by all. That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's cool. I think I got them all right except for the how many years question. I wasn't sure about that. For some reason I was thinking 3 for some reason. But
well, I think it's 3 in the actual script, but I think in the original it was 5.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. Well, I guess I'll let you get out of here and get to bed. Okay. This has been fun. This has been cool. It's been great seeing all your stuff. I think everybody in the chat enjoyed it. Hearing the stories and you sent me some photos of your tattoos as well.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about that. I guess that's technically a collection, right? We can zip through those really quick if you want.
It is a collection. Yeah, well, I'll show them off because they're really fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's my left thigh up here above my knee. That's my favorite.
That is beautiful. And the alligator.
And the
love the alligator.
Yeah. So what I've been trying to do is do stuff that's not too on the nose. Like, a lot of people have the actual like logo or whatever. I wanted to do something kind of outside the box where you still knew what it was, but it wasn't like, nail on the head type shit. So
yeah.
Yep. Gas mask.
There's the gas mask.
The Dawn of the
Perfect,
Dead.
baby. Perfect. Here, actually, look at this.
Perfect, baby. Perfect.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
You got your night tattoo there.
Yeah, that's I like this one. I'm not as fond of this one as I am the other ones. I don't not like it, but her nose is a little Roman there. I don't know. A little dude like, but
little Roman. It roams all over her face. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, nothing I can't get touched up later. I like it. So
yeah, I think it's cool. I like it. It's a good concept. I love the imagery inside of the trowel there, the house and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the Monroeville Mall tattoo that I know we got ours at the same time. And I wanted to do something different. I wanted to kind of do something like, empty in the middle, but kind of like a shading in the background. And I found this out later. I think my tattoo artist is fairly new. And when I went to my normal guy to kind of clean this up a little bit, he was like, yeah, she just doesn't know how to she didn't know how to do the shading correctly, like blending it out. You know what I mean? So it kind of just looked like a red blob. And at first I was like, oh, well, when you get tattooed, your skin's kind of irritated. So maybe that's just red. It'll fade away. Nope, it stayed like that. And
like a burn mark.
Yep, I can't have that. It looked like fucking herpes or something. So, and then he cleaned it up, so that's what it looks like now. And
there you
I
go.
kind of liked it. It looks like it looks kind of retro. It looks like the what is it the shopping full all-time shop. What is it you use the promo a lot.
Big time shopping.
Big time shopping. It kind of reminds me of that sort of psychedelic thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Big time shopping is finally here. Monroeville Mall.
Had to get a full cheese.
This one's cool. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The worms. Good touch. The eyeball there on the side with the
eyeball.
That one's great. And then the next one is you just recently got this one, what, couple weeks ago.
Yeah, like a week and a half ago. Yeah, it's the tall man's hand coming out of a rose holding a sphere. I thought that was fucking cool. So basically, my buddy Bob, who does tattoos, I'm like, hey, he knows what I'm trying to do, and I'm like, just do something cool. Like, I leave it up to you. Just fucking figure it out. And he comes up with shit like this, and I'm like, I see that's why I'm not a visual artist. I can't see shit like this, but he just puts it on paper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love that one.
It looks great. Yeah, very cool. And that Monroeville Mall, we got at the mall at the little tattoo shop there. You mentioned that, but it was super cool because they were actually closed on that Sunday, and that actually came in just for us. So shout out to those guys. Did. Super cool.
Yeah. Well, what was really going to be special about it was the guy that was the artist that was originally supposed to do them for us was a huge Romero fan. He's actually done Romero tattoos before and was super stoked about it. And he was the one that was supposed to come in and do the tattoos for us on Sunday. And whatever happened, I don't know if he got fired or if he quit or whatever, but he bounced like right before we got up there. And these two artists stepped in his spot on, agreed to come in on the Sunday and everything to finish our tattoos for us. So,
and as fate would, I have the card here somewhere. But as fate would have it, like the girl that did my tattoo actually owns the red house out there by the airport that you see in the movie. And she was like, I don't know, I live in that house and people are always stopping by and staring in my windows and shit. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
They both did. They were roommates.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. They both lived there. So that was kind of cool because my tattoo artist said the same thing, and then I was like, no shit. And then she said, yeah, we're roommates, and they have people on their lawn all the time taking pictures. And I think the dude that owns the tattoo shop is her boyfriend. I think he lives there too or something. But
yeah, I was like, what are the odds? But just goes to show it's seeped in everywhere in that area.
We should have convinced her to like, hey man, like kick us $5 or something, and you can walk around the property and whatever. I'd do that,
Yeah, well, I remember Mandy was curious about who owned that house because she's been wanting to do something with Living Dead Weekend, at that house, like a picnic or something forever. So I ended up giving Mandy her name and her card, and she, so I don't know if Mandy ever reached out or whatever happened with that, but yeah, I don't know. She seemed like she was just like not into people. I mean, who would be, Yeah. I think about that all the time too. It's like my house is known for nothing, but it would be kind of weird if like people were just kind of stopping across the street and taking pictures of my house all the time. It'd be a little awkward, but yeah. Larry saying it was fun, guys. Yeah, since saying good times. Thanks. Fat Pig the Conqueror, very cool collection. Great stream, dudes. Thank you very much. Bonnie, this was fun. Thank you, Bonnie, as always, and good luck on your on the bracket. Like I said, you're the only one left that's still got the perfect bracket going right now. So we'll see what happens with that. Jeff says, incredible show. Thank you so much, Michael, Matt, and all my very best. Everyone in the chat, have a great week. Until next Saturday, absolutely.
See you, Jeff.
And Michelle saying, thanks for a great show. Mike and Matt love seeing the collection. So yeah, super cool, super cool. Awesome. Well, thanks again, man. I appreciate it. I always love having you on, and we'll get together. We'll do another. I think we're almost at Living Dead Weekend, so right before that, we'll get together and have another Romero fan roundtable pre-Living Dead Weekend edition, where we can sit around and bullshit and see how drunk Paul gets.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, and I know you mentioned something a while back about potentially doing like a roundtable live or something at the show, but I think you and Michael are going to do something too, so I know that would probably be a lot. But
yeah, I've been thinking about logistically how to pull that off. Yeah, I don't know what the status of that is right now, but we'll see. I'll try. I'm going to try to do something, but I don't know. What I can do, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll keep the mics hot on the next round table for sure. We'll see who else pissing we can catch. Steven says another interesting journey into the world of Romero. Good job, Alpha. Good night, one and all. Thanks, Steven. Always a pleasure, my man. But yeah, thanks a lot again, guys. Hit that like button. I saw somebody mention something about the super chats earlier. I might turn those back on here at some point. I appreciate it, guys. Like I said, I just don't want to come across as like just some grifter who's like, give me your money, give me all your money. Because like I said, I'd be doing this shit for free. I have been doing it for free for years anyway. It's just it's not. I don't know. I come from like a working class background where I associate making money with doing something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Where it's like I'm only gonna get paid if I. So yeah, I just never. I always just kind of feel like I'd be doing this for free fucking anyway. So
yeah.
But I appreciate it, guys. I do.
It's never come off skeezy or anything like that. It's always been super genuine. Like you can tell when someone kicks you over a super chat, like how appreciative you are of it. And if people want to do it, man, let them do it. I mean, why not? Shit, that's a cup of coffee tomorrow, or gas in your tank to get to work, or shit, another Iron City hat. You know what I mean? Like it's something to.
I need more. We need more of those.
There you go. That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, but yeah, I appreciate it, guys. I really do. So yeah, we'll see. Let's see. A couple more comments here, real quick. Michelle, wait, you're not the Eugene Clark of live streaming? That's my goal. That's my goal in life. I want to be the Eugene Clark of anything that I do. Because that man, he makes his money, man.
He does make money. He does make a lot of money. People will pay it.
And I was saying, because there's been this big conversation, especially with a lot of the Dead Pit guys, about conventions now and the pricing, because we see like prices continuing to rev every little thing. It's like, it's a signature, $60, but if you want a selfie, it's another 60, and every little thing, it's like, here's an extra $20 you got to pay if you want them to sign their name or whatever. And it's just like, you get nickeled and dimed to death at these conventions now, but Living Dead Weekend is not like that at all. Like nobody charges above $60 other than Eugene Clark, but but he's in costume and it's a whole thing. So I guess you can let it pass, but for the most part, everybody there, it's pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Jeff says, no, Michael, put the super chats back up. I'd like to contribute. Well, I appreciate that, man. I do. So yeah, maybe we'll do that, since says it's fine. I never asked for super chats, but get them anyway. Yeah. I guess the best way to look at it is it's just people want to, because it does cost money to do this, a StreamYard subscription, buying lights and cameras and shit. So I get it, but I just, like I said, I just come from a background where, it's like, if I'm going to get paid to do something, it's got to be doing something that I hate doing. Sure. Yeah. But yeah, I get it.
You've gotten really good at this, and I don't think there's any shame in accepting any kind of gift or donation. I mean, you got a like you said, you got a Wi-Fi bill to pay, you've got cameras and lights to pay for. I mean, if somebody wants to kick you over some cash, bro, let them. I mean, it's totally fine.
All right, you talked me into it. Everybody, give me your fucking money now.
Let's go. Fucking money.
Give me your money. Give me all your money. I feel like the guy in Vegas Vacation. I got the money. The money is on mine.
What is it in The Fifth Element when he's give me the cash? When he started to hold up Bruce, like, give me the cash.
That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm sure start threatening people for fucking super chats. But yeah, thanks again, Matt.
Of course.
Love you, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks everybody in the chat, and I'll see you guys next weekend. Like I said, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. And until next weekend, everybody stay safe, stay prepared, but always stay scared.